try taking the wire out and putting it.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to Fellowship of the Fans watch party for the new trailer. So, it's happening. We have made it. We are gonna have our first Lord of the Rings on Prime Rings of Power TV show trailer. So, there's a very lovely fellowship with me here tonight. So let's start by greeting every one of them. Lakitia, hello.
I can't believe we made it. It's been such a long time coming, and I'm super excited. It's finally here.
I think you speak for all of us here.
Can I just say
Okay.
I'm really happy to be sharing this evening with all you fine people, and of course everybody in the chat. So
I think we all feel exactly the same. Like it's all happening, and we are all in this together. So let's go on. Barking. Hello, man. How are you? Or sorry, hello,
Hi.
dwarf. How are you?
Phenomenal, brother. How are you? Hope everybody's doing great. Nice to see everybody already excited in the chat. As before, while we're doing our intros, make sure in the chat you're letting us know what country you guys are representing.
Exactly. Yeah. So far we have Slovenia. Oh, actually, sorry. Slovenia, Serbia. Barking. Where are you from?
Where do you think I'm from? For chat, super dope of you. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, sir, very much. And of course, this was a really great segue to saying that our wizard, Kyle, is of course behind the screen and in front of the screen, all around the screen, and all around all the mics. So, hello, Kyle. How are you doing, man?
yes,
Exactly. Well, I think that's one thing we're definitely going to do tonight. We're going to have fun. Of course, with us is Talking Tube. Hello there.
Great to be here. Looking forward to it. I thought the trailer would have already dropped by now initially, but that's not the case. Still, really excited to get into it. Actually, don't really know what to think, to be honest. I think I've spent so much time dealing with the show that I'm kind of almost indifferent to everything, but still looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think there's like so much buildup that now we're all a bit maybe confused that the time has finally come.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's here. Like in 2 hours from actually, almost exactly 2 hours from now, we're gonna be seeing the trailer after 4+ years, 4.5 or however many time has passed. So yeah, does anybody have any interesting comments at the moment?
Hello.
How are you all feeling? Any interesting observations, expectations for tonight?
Hello, fellowship.
Yep. I'm here as well. Great to see
Fellowship?
the original fellowship. Yep.
The main guy is
Yeah.
here.
Great to see
Yep.
everyone today. And for those wondering, we will be showing the trailer on screen for you guys. So if you are unable to watch it, or due to some reason, for example, a lot of people have mentioned, sorry for the Europeans here, we will have the tree stream on trailer live, and I think we're just going to be dissecting it for hours. What do you guys think?
I think
yeah,
we're gonna
maybe
be here for hours for sure.
I think that we'll catch it when it initially airs. Then maybe we'll play it a second time from YouTube just to take it in a second time.
Mhm.
And then just give a couple minutes extra on top of that just to kind of take it in and then come back with my thoughts. But I mean, as long as we see some awesome looking dwarves moving around in action, I think it's going to be a banger.
Mm-hmm. And I think what we should also do tonight is explain what we're going to be doing. So, we have so many questions, polls, everything like that for you guys. So, Kyle, should we start off with the first one, maybe? So I believe it is. So live chat, all you have to do is respond, but how many children did Elrond have? So that's the first questions. Bonus, you have to name all 3 of them. So whoever gets it first, we'll read it out in chat.
Kyle, the people in YouTube chat are saying that they cannot hear you.
Still. So,
How about now? Here I am. I'm back.
Check also, can people hear Kyle? Okay, we have
I hope 3 is right.
I
Yeah,
think
let's give a shout out to Snow Leopard, perhaps. Everyone want to clap?
yep. But
You dig it, Snow
I think
Leopard?
this might go down to spelling, I think. You know? So who spelt it right? I think we had we've got I think we will give this one to I think it's Morgan Ferrier, unless I'm mistaken.
Snow Leopard?
They get the first one? I believe so. If so, well done, Tim. Are good. It's good that everybody can hear Kyle as well. So that's the first one. The next thing we have now is a poll, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Carl,
that
could
up.
you send the document again in chat when you
Sure.
have the time? So, and for this one, someone said your streams are so chaotic, but I love it.
It's not totally wrong.
Yep, hats off to Morgan. Well done, well done.
The poll's up now.
Oh.
So,
I didn't even know that you could do polls like that. That's pretty cool.
well,
So, which spin-off show would you like to see? Kaya will now be putting this poll up, and you guys can vote, but also say in the comment section which are these for? Which one would you like to see the most?
Spoiler alert, Children of Huron is the objective right answer, so if you don't vote
Yes.
that.
Yes, very true.
start-
Very true.
I'm
Starting
sorry,
off-
but Angmar Wars are number 1.
It's a
That
close
would
second.
be that
Close
would just
second.
be so cool.
Yep.
I'm disappointed. Only 22% for Children of Huron. Brennan Luthien is 41%. Being let
Which
down
is
here.
an amazing answer. I agree with the folks.
So is
I
the
mean-
let's check.
The Baron and Luthien does have
Hmm.
Finrod Felagund in it,
Yes,
so
very
Start.
very true.
I'm
I
sorry, but
suppose I can
Angmar
understand
Wars
the
are
appeal.
number 1. Yeah,
It's a
but on the
close
other
second.
hand,
Close
Angmar Wars
second.
has Glorfindel in it, which is also really cool. And
It's
Glorfindel is, a bit, underestimated
Yeah.
here. So, yeah, I think.
Children of
Oh,
Huron
okay.
is
It's
like-
Children of Huron
maybe-
is now tied with Angmar Wars.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
Am I the only one who can't see this?
Okay,
Anyway,
so I have to lobby for Angmar Wars. Okay, people. So, by having Angmar Wars, you have this. Yeah. Okay, it's already 37-25. So you have this amazing political situation between the fall of Arnor and the pressure from Angmar. You have 3 kingdoms: Arthedain, Cardolan, Rudaur. Political tensions. You can have undead. You can see the origins of the raids that attacked Frodo and the hobbits. So
what's more
like, there's
important?
a lot of potential there.
There's one thing that's more important than all of that, and it starts with a G.
That's true.
Off, no?
Drop it. That's how.
Glorfindel, baby. Glorfindel, baby.
Poll ended.
Yeah.
Poll done. Poll over.
Also, sorry to
So
interrupt.
like if you can have all of that, and you have Witch King being the enemy, you can see dark sorcery there. You can see the origin of no man can kill me. And then you can understand that maybe for those people, I guess, like those 2 people in the chat who may not know the actual origin of the prophecy. So, Angmar Wars, that's like Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. like when it was actually cool. So you
Well, I
gotta
still don't
vote for that.
concede, but I mean, Children of Sharon only has like incest, and that's like the only thing it's got going for it, or not going.
Not
for
going
it,
for
rather,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we will get back to this poll in about 10 minutes with the final results. But Kyle, do you want to get up the next thing? And also, some people are asking, when is the trailer? Well, Kyle has done a lovely countdown on the left of your screen. See, that's counting down to when the trailer is meant to be dropped. But yeah, we're getting the next one up soon, and we'll see who will be able to
Maybe
get this one.
we have a new guest here, which is nice to see. Hen has joined us.
Oh,
Oh, hello, Hen.
Hello, sir.
Oh, wait a minute.
oh my god.
He is just waking up, so apologies.
Oh my god. Someone said I sound tired. If I sound tired, how the hell does he sound?
I figured you were just trying to be quiet for the people around you.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So
And you need to
who
turn
wants-
on your camera and prove you're not still in bed.
Well,
Good
You
point.
can just start singing, man. Just clear up the voice.
No.
That German.
okay. So someone's forgot to read out. So who led the reinforcements to Helm's Deep in the books? And we're going to quickly see who's got it. We already have one answer. And
I think it's Max.
Yep, Max Brextinder. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Clap,
Nicely done.
clap.
Well done, man. That was quick.
It was a dramatic reading of a surname, everybody.
Yeah.
Brad Schneider.
Wish we could-
Well done.
Wish we could give out money or something, you know?
Yeah, one of these days.
We give claps, you know,
Walking.
like
Claps are pretty
Giveaway?
good.
Yes. Next best thing there.
Claps are pretty good.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Kyle. The kitty is called Kyle.
Yeah, I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Nice to meet you, everybody.
Oh, I'm from Shire now. Nice.
You can't rush wizarding.
Before we continue,
Yeah.
does everybody want to say what the time is for them right now?
Oh my
I'll
goodness.
start off with 11:47 p.m. She's off from top to bottom. So Kyle, for you.
Oh, we're 7:45 here, 7:47 p.m. So I'm doing okay.
Ken. He might have fallen asleep again, probably talking to you.
It's about almost 7 o'clock here, so I've got a good bit of time.
Now we're going to start getting into Elikitia.
Yeah, it's gonna be 1 o'clock in the morning here, so my eyes twitching a bit from all the caffeine. But you know, we're zombie-like at the moment, and we're gonna be more so as time progresses. So everybody, brace yourselves.
And Matt, I'm sure is better for you.
Morning again.
We cannot hear Matt at the moment. Something
I think
else
he's
happened.
still muted.
If not, then Strider, you.
Yeah, I'm Central European time, so it's 10 minutes to 1 p.m. 1 a.m. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Those PMs and AMs, those are always confusing.
They'll get you every
And
time.
Barking.
Man, I feel really
Yeah.
lucky right now.
Yeah, same.
It is 6:48 p.m. for me, and
That's good.
I saw somebody in the chat say we should give out Apple props, and I just want to let you guys know we got in trouble. Okay, so we don't talk about Apple prop anymore.
Also, interestingly, Doctor
Ooh.
Strange's trailer is already out.
Getting ahead of the
What?
game here.
We could.
Scared to run at the same
So-
time as this one. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I have to say we have a counter question in the chat. Max Brettschneider, I have a question for you guys. Who defended the gate at Helm's Deep with Aragorn? That's an easy one, mate.
Come on,
It
give it
was-
to him.
He's-
Strider.
he's-
if I may,
turning-
it was Gimli.
Turning the tables on us, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was actually also Eomer. I think like a trio.
Mm-hmm.
I think, huh?
Mm-hmm. Okay. We will get back to all those questions, but Kyle, The first character and actor we have is Galadriel Morford Clark. So
Okay.
I think if you're able to pull that up. So
I will pull that up.
for the live chat, why is everybody thinking of Galadriel as Morford Clark as Galadriel? Sorry. You tell
In
us later.
Soviet Russia.
In Soviet Russia. Wait, Hen, do you remember? Actually, that's a side thing. So, Kitya, what's your opinions on Morford Clark as Galadriel in the pictures that we saw?
I like the actress. I'm not too crazy about the styling, especially the armor. Just, I don't know. Not the biggest fan of that, but I'm sure she'll do a great job. I have to admit that I haven't seen Saint Maud, which is loaded by absolutely everybody. I mean, her performances in particular. But given how excited everybody is about that particular role, which is admittedly very different from Galadriel. But I think she's in good hands. Yeah, she's gonna be very different from Kate Blanchett. But as the sooner we divorce ourselves from or consciously uncouple ourselves from the idea of Kate Blanchett being the only Galadriel, I think the better for us.
Also,
And I think
I
we're
would agree with that.
definitely gonna be seeing her tonight in the trailer.
Because she really has to be a different Galadriel. They're going for the angry and brash as she is clever Galadriel instead. So,
But also younger, right? Like she's this youthful vigor that Galadriel would have had in her earlier days, if you can say that.
yeah.
In her early 7000s, yeah.
Exactly. To create the Galadriel that she became in the series that we know and love. And have we lost?
I just want to cut in real quick for those who actually care about the football game that's happening, like the little event that's happening right now. The LA Rams just scored a touchdown. Matt Stafford threw a pass to Odell Beckham for 17 yards, and they are up 7-0. But we are pulling for the Bengals.
So yeah, okay, explain that in Tolkien and Shire terms quickly.
Well, the Rams are kind of like the elves, always bullying the other teams around. They spent a lot of money to build up this like advanced roster, and the Bengals are all of the underdogs you've ever rooted for in previous stories, like Rudy, or like when you hope that the Hunchback would actually turn out kind of cute and get the girl. Like that is the Bengals, so we are pulling for them.
Perfect. Perfect.
I don't know.
Also,
Let's see how
sounds
many
good to
people
me.
he represents.
And one thing I want to say, I'm sorry, is Morvid Clark.
Morvid, yes.
Morvid, yep, Welsh. Yeah, my bad there. But
See, Fellowship, if you were American, you could just say that, and people would be like, you know what, it makes sense.
Can I just say something in regard to the Doctor Strange trailer? I know there's been a lot of speculation going around the fandom recently how long this Lord of the Rings trailer is going to be, and people often pointed out that the Super Bowl trailers are usually much shorter. Well, the Doctor Strange trailer is over 2 minutes long. Just saying. This says absolutely nothing for the Lord of the Rings, of course.
Do we know? Did they air the full thing, the full 2 minutes during the Super Bowl? Do we know that?
I have no idea. I just see that on YouTube it's the 2-minute one.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, maybe people in the chat can tell us.
Yes, please.
In the meantime, Kyle, I'm just checking, are you not overloaded?
I am, but please go on.
Can we go on to the next question, maybe?
Yes, we can do that.
So, who can see on the stream? Who can see the live document right now? The Word document. Who can see the next question? Who wants to read it out?
It's going to be like a 20-second delay before anyone can actually see it.
I see what you mean.
So we can just chill for 20 seconds, I guess.
So it should be on stream now. So, right. Okay.
Can you guys see that?
Yep. Who was the first ruling steward of Gondor? That is the question that we have. Whoever gets it first in the live chat gets another clap. And So let's see how long this takes. And I'm just checking how many people here right now know the answer. Actually, why would I ask that? You can all see the answers. That was a really stupid question. But about Gondor, do you think by season 5, Amazon will have established potentially the founding of Gondor? I think that could be a possibility.
Oh,
Yes.
someone has got the answer.
No, there's
Yeah.
lots of different answers. So let's see how long it takes.
Yeah, it is Walrus 92, the first one. I think he's the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, Mr. Walrus, well done,
Well
sir.
done,
Or lady. Well done. That's a good one. That wasn't an easy one. So kudos to you.
And I think should we move on to the results of the poll? So I can't see this. Does anybody have the results to the poll?
I can
No, I
read.
actually can't see it either.
So we've got Young Aragorn at 12%. We've got Children of Hurin at 22%. We've got at 29% Angmar Wars, and at 37% Baron and Luthien.
Interesting. Is it possible to get that on screen?
No. Sorry.
Okay. Man, so
I'd leave in protest if it wouldn't make Kyle's job a lot harder.
No, don't leave.
Oh, there it is. It's in the chat there now.
It's in the chat now, yeah.
do you think
Okay,
this-
so from 252 votes, we got, okay, so Baron Luthien 36%, Angmar Wars 28. Well, close call.
okay.
I'll do more lobbying for that in the coming years when we start preparing for the spin-off. Cheers to that.
But
Cheers to that.
the next thing now is who should have the rights? Move up. Who should have the rights for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit? That's the next poll that will be up in 30 seconds. Also, make sure to say in the live chat as well. Varking, who would you like? The rights can't go to dwarves, but they'll probably hold it, keep it to themselves. So, who except from the dwarves should the rights go to? Do you think?
I will go with a sleeper pick here, and I'll say Apple TV Plus should
Oh.
go for the rights on that because they're a smaller streaming platform, but I think they actually upload all their stuff with the highest encoding and bitrate out of all the streamers. And when I watch anything Lord of the Rings or Hobbit, I want to see it in the best quality I can see it on whatever I'm watching it on.
Interesting. And I think, of course, a lot of people are saying none of these four, but it is most likely going to be one of these four. But of course, we know the history with Disney. I'm hoping it doesn't go to Disney at all. But I thought so. What do everybody think? Where would you want the rights to go to?
I would love to see what HBO does with the property. That would be my pick, I think.
I would agree. I would agree with that.
Or if not that, then the Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think giving someone new a chance is a cool thing. I think HBO having, which I see is not an option here. Was it meant to be an option? No, it's not an option. HBO would be cool, just because they have that experience with Game of Thrones and big fantasy properties,
Yeah.
right?
Honestly, I think my first pick would be Warner Bros, followed by Amazon, followed by Netflix, and then Disney. And I think a lot of people probably don't want to see it in the hands of Netflix or Disney, from what I've heard.
Yeah, and I'm thinking an interesting thought was that the Tolkien estate sold other rights for television adaptations to Amazon and they made quite a lot of money there. What would be fun is if they could buy some rights back with the money they've made through the Amazon sale.
That would be
Imagine
funny.
that.
That would be great.
That would, yeah. And then it'll be kept with
To do what is known as a pro gamer move.
Pro gamer move, yeah. Yeah. Matt, your final opinions? Who would you like to see it go to?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I've kind of been tossing this idea around in my head, and I don't know. I mean, I would say in terms of consistency, perhaps Amazon, but the only thing is, I guess, knowing whether they're doing well with this one first. So, I don't know. Just I'm a stickler for like consistency and continuity and everything. So if there were, if Amazon were to have it, if they do well with this show, I would be very glad for them to just hold on to it, the whole thing.
Indeed, and I think we will get back to this in a bit, but I think Carl, should we move on to the next? Is it Is it trivia?
Some trivia here. Too bad Hen's not here to moderate this.
So who
but
wants to read this out? Who wants to read this out in Hen's absence?
I'll give it a shot.
wonderful.
Go for it.
All right. So, what is it we're gonna ask them?
The trivia it's on Carl's screen right now. He's sharing.
Yeah, just 1 second. Okay, what role did Sir Christopher Lee originally read for? Let's see how many questions we get. Or answers.
In the meantime, someone said, "Do you think we'll get another poster today?" I don't think we will get another poster. I think that's unlikely.
I feel like it'd be way overshadowed by the actual trailer of the show, so it would be kind of a dumb thing to do.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Everyone's saying Gandalf. Gollum.
Gollum, that would be fun.
Good guesses.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Gandalf makes sense because Tolkien actually did give him his blessing to play Gandalf in a future adaptation, but no one's actually got it right.
No one's got it right.
Isn't that just like an urban legend?
Urban.
The Tolkien giving him the blessing. I think it is.
Dracula. Someone's saying Dracula.
I know
Great.
they
Great answer.
actually did meet before.
Bilbo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that
did.
is- 6'1" Bilbo.
How tall was he?
Okay,
He was.
don't
I think he
anyone's
was.
gonna get it.
I think he was taller than 6'1", wasn't he?
Probably.
I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
He was
a
quite
bit more
tall.
than that.
Yeah.
I have no
Still-
idea what 6'1" is.
Still,
Around
nobody-
180, 82 maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he was taller. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's taller than
Oh,
that.
wow. Yeah, he
maybe-
was 1 meter 96.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super
Okay.
tall.
So, what do we do here? Because we have to trust in Hen. We look like idiots. But I think, so, Hen made this, and should we say the answer? Because no one has...
Not
got-
yet. Come on, we can still
Wait,
make fun of the
Dev
people.
Thompson.
Oh,
we got it.
someone
Dev
got it.
Thompson.
Someone just got it.
Enethil. Oh, do you want to show the answer?
Yes, I
So
will do
people
that.
saying
Wait, did they get it? I don't
Christopher
see
Lee,
it.
yeah. Sir Christopher Lee did read
there we go.
for
I see.
Gandalf, but that's not originally who he read for. So the original first time when Peter Jackson asked him, it was it was for Denethor. Yeah.
Very
we
cool.
did.
That would have been cool too, I think.
Now we got it, yeah.
So good job, Dev Thompson.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
This is the most
Damn it.
pathetic applause I've ever heard in my life, I think.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you
That's a little better. Perfect.
did good.
Perfect.
Whoa!
Perfect.
What happened there?
Somebody got a bit too enthusiastic.
No, I mean it was obviously a hard question, so they did deserve a really good applause. So
Yes.
That is
Yeah.
true.
That's
That is
very
yeah,
true.
fair enough.
Well done, Dev Thompson,
Mhm.
again. Okay, so should we move on to the next characters discussion?
Yes.
So
Let's.
so the next character is actually one of the biggest leaks we had from last year. Some people believed it, some people didn't, but now this
Russell
weekend
Crowe. No.
Russell Crowe. But so yeah, who wants to mention the next? I think Lakitia, you seem quite ready for this one. What are the next characters?
Okay, so I see two of them here.
Yep,
Do
two.
I read
Both.
both of them? Okay. So the next couple of characters are in fact related, and those are Isildur and Elendil. So Isildur is going to be played by Maxim Boultree, and Elendil is being played by Lloyd Owen. Two British actors, unless I'm mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Varking, not dwarven, but you think Lloyd Owen would have been a good dwarf?
No,
No?
absolutely not. Would have been, whew, I don't know, B tier. And there's a reason he didn't get the role, okay? Because Owen Arthur is far superior going for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Indeed. And
There
I
will
Can I
be
think
just
no
say?
second guessing from me on the Dwarven cast.
Oh, okay. Can I just
and
say it was such a long road to finally getting the confirmation that Maxim Bouldry was in fact or is in fact involved with this show, because he was one of the first actors whose name started circulating around in, I think, in December 2019. The news broke that he was among the cast, but he wasn't officially announced by Amazon until December 2020. So for a whole year, he's been rumored. We've been expecting him to appear in New Zealand. He didn't appear in New Zealand until late November 2020. So yeah, he was one of those roles where we were starting to guess: is that the sort of situation that Will Poulter was in? Like that he was originally cast but then recast. So yeah, it's really good to finally know that he's involved and in what capacity.
and I think we can say this as maybe not really as a leak, but what it's looking like right now. So we last year said Maxime Baldry, well, Isildur will be from around episode 3 and onwards in the show. So not on episode 1, episode 2. So what is looking like right now, and I would like to hear everyone's thoughts on this. So the first episode is Galadriel, fighting, being a warrior princess, fighting away. Oh, okay, fighting away,
It's
fighting.
mindlessly chopping off heads, because
Yeah,
she's
someone.
bored.
Yeah, yeah. So fighting, the last remnants of evil of Morgoth, Sauron. But then episode 2, maybe she gets lost at sea and wants to go to Numenor, meets with Harabrad or whatever his name is, and then from end of episode 2, she might make it to Numenor. Then in episode 3, we learn and we go fully delving into Numenor. So, you guys think that's plausible, Strider? What are your opinions on that?
Well, yeah, I think that will make sense. Though maybe I can see us exploring Numenor more deeply already in the second episode. But I don't know. I was surprised with. Honestly, I expected that she would come to Numenor in a more official sort of manner. So basically, how I saw that was that she would be coming as a part of like a diplomatic delegation from Linden or something like that. Like an official representative of elves. So this is actually a bit surprising to me when it was very surprising to me when we heard how she is actually coming here. So yeah, I'm wondering what they will do with this.
I wonder if we'll get to see some of the scenes from her shipwreck in the trailer tonight. Because we've already seen a pic of it in the Vanity Fair article, so we've been teased a little bit already. So yeah, I'm curious if that's something that we'll see as the dramatic highlight of the trailer.
I think this will be the dramatic highlight of all of the Super Bowl commercials tonight. This will take the cake, I think.
Galadriel swimming, or
Yeah, yes, that. But yes, both the trailer and Galadriel swimming, and they kind of go hand in hand, don't they?
They do.
And
Do they?
interesting.
Is it confirmed in the teaser or something?
No.
No.
We'll see in 1 hour and 27 minutes.
Also, people are talking about Celeborn. As I said earlier, someone said Chase is a beast. Fucking no, you said that.
Jamar Chase, the wide receiver.
Boo Chase, Chase.
Yes. Too bad Hen's not here. That's a shame.
Yeah.
It would have been perfect for him.
It would have been great. Yeah.
Boo Chase. Okay. I think
Maybe that will summon him.
We should. I mean, I will try to do that.
Yeah. Anyways, people mentioned Celeborn, so it's not worrying, but I've seen a guy get absolutely hit to the ground. Okay. We have in our 1.5 years of doing Fellowship of Fans of being Source, I've never heard anything about Celeborn.
Mm.
And I think that doesn't mean he's not involved, but it is quite strange that we have not heard of Celeborn, and that is quite an interesting thought.
Do we
you
think
they
maybe?
could-
Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna
Oh, sorry, I
completely
was
cut you
done.
off. I was just gonna say, do you think maybe it's because Galadriel's traveling around and Celeborn's staying in Middle Earth?
I think
Hmm.
so. My theory is, which I'm sure I've spoken of many times, so I'm sorry for repeating myself. But I think it could be just that, because Galadriel is going to spend a lot of time in Numenor. We'll only see a couple of scenes with him. And I think one of the actors that could be fit for the role is Augustus Prue, who also only spent a couple of months in New Zealand filming. So he wasn't there for the whole duration, so perhaps. But I wouldn't be
Yeah,
too
I think
surprised.
it's.
Go ahead.
No, sorry, I thought you finished. You can
No,
finish your thought, and then I will jump in.
Okay, just a tiny thought, because we haven't even heard anything about a potential Celebrian either. So I think it's very possible that both of them will only appear in season 2. I'm done.
Yeah, okay. Because I want to say something similar. I think that's definitely a possibility because it seems that we will, of course, see Galadriel mostly in Numenor, so it would kind of make sense to not see Celeborn. I just hope, because of course we do not know what they're going to do, and hopefully Celeborn is in the show, and then that will stop what I'm going to say now. But I saw some people fearing that something may happen between Galadriel and Halbrand. Fellowship keeps confusing me with Halbrand, so I now don't know the name of the character. But yeah, I just hope that happens there. Like, I just hope that we will see Celeborn maybe, as you said, like in a few scenes or even in the second season. Because of course we have to see Celebrian at some point. Elrond will probably have his love interest in his story. So yeah, I think what you just said, Lakitia, totally makes sense. Either a bit of them in the first season or just see them completely for the first time in the second season.
I was actually a little bit confused when I first saw the picture of Galadriel with Elrond because it looked like it was, romantic, not just, whatever the heck it was. So,
well, I think
that'll
that's
be an
I
interesting
think that's
element as well.
I think that's a really good point too, because that's almost like a motherly connection for him, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Well, later it is. And I think this is just the type of, I think we've spoken about this on a previous stream, but I think this might become the type of controversy that happened when the first trailer for An Unexpected Journey released, where Galadriel and Gandalf share that tiny little moment where she caresses his face, and the fandom just erupted back then, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, are they gonna have an affair? So yeah, I think this is a similar situation where we mustn't be reading too much into it. She's just a touchy-feely person,
very,
she
very
likes
true.
to touch people's faces.
Anything out of
I mean-
context and almost anything can seem very, very weird, especially in Tolkien. So.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, when you have elves who, have this permanent look when there's, a man and a woman and there's like a motherly or a fatherly bond happening, you can easily mistake it for something else because they will always look like at their, like their age is really close. So it's easy to mistake that, but Galadriel is thousands of years older than Elrond, of course. So yeah, like it totally makes sense for them to have this sort of mentor role or like a familial bond, like a mothership or something like that.
And that's another interesting element because Elrond's actually going to be pretty young. Of course, it kind of depends on what time in the Second Age we're seeing him in, but assuming it's like early, mid-Second Age, or I guess they'll be compressing it all, so it might just be one blur, but he's going to be pretty darn young in this, for an elf at least.
Yeah, and I think that speaks to what a lot of people are saying about Robert Arameo's face. He has a very young-looking face, and I think that this was a very well-cast, it was a conscious decision.
Yeah, the face is not the problem. He's got a lovely face.
He's going to grow his hair out, don't worry.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And color it as well.
And maybe.
No, I'm not gonna bitch about it tonight. I promise.
Oh, I think he'd
yeah,
look pretty
like
hot with a red mohawk, but that's just
Oh, interesting. Interesting. I like that idea.
that was a joke. I just want to get that out there as well.
But
well, hey, who knows what's gonna happen? You know, like second age is a long period, so maybe we'll see at least some photos or something. But yeah, as it was just said, depending on when the show will happen, when the second age starts, Elrond is like 100 years old, maybe something like that. You know, around 100, 200 maybe. And when the second age ends, he is 3.5 millennia old. So there's a lot of room there for them.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they exactly do with timeline.
But it's time to get back to the poll. I think. Let's see. Are you able to read out, Kyle, what the answers were?
So
Results.
with 5%, we've got Disney, which I mean, fabulous. That's what Tolkien would have wanted. With 11%, we've got Netflix. With 31%, we've got Amazon, and with 53%, we've got Warner Bros. So I think that Warner Bros. Really has shown a lot of we can trust them, and the community's feeling that.
And should we get the next poll up now?
The next poll, or
Yeah.
the next question.
Which? No, is it question or poll next?
The next is a question.
We've just done did Isildur leave to Gondor? We done that one?
No, I think that's
no.
what
That's
we're on.
that's the next
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay, so who did Isildur leave to rule Gondor after the War of the Last Alliance was won? Potentially, maybe this might be even a thing we might see in the Amazon show. So yeah. Let's see who can get this first.
Yeah, indeed,
think
we
this
could
may-
actually see this person at the end of the show.
That would be cool.
Yep.
That would be very cool.
I think all the events after the faithful arrive in, I wanted to say New Zealand, not Middle Earth.
But
I
maybe
think
also New
everything
Zealand.
Yeah, exactly.
Could happen.
Well, let's hope so. But I think all that happenings could be very interesting to see, like the establishment of Gondor of Honor and everything. I hope they do give it enough time to properly introduce us to all these realms and places, and places like Anuminas. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So we have interesting answers in the chat, but nobody has yet gotten it right.
Bilbo, I think, is my favorite answer so far.
And I have to say,
We got it. Someone
there
got
was
it.
an interesting comment.
Someone got it.
Ah, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, Mauro, well done. Meneldur is the correct answer. Well done. We had several Meneldurs, and yeah, his Anarian son. And there was also an interesting comment, Mojo Dojo. You said Valandil. Valandil was, if I'm not mistaken, Isildur's son, who stayed in Rivendell, I guess, because he was too young to participate in the Battle of the Last Alliance. So close enough. That was definitely the first person who ruled Honor after Isildur. So well done, Jar Jar Binks.
So yeah. Oh my god. I think Varking, do you want to read the next question? Any chance?
No, my attention is on chat at the moment.
Are you sure? Okay, I'll go for it then. Which elf are you most excited to potentially see in the trailer?
That was dirty.
I've almost got the polls almost ready here. One sec.
Okay, so while Carl's doing that,
We're good.
we have Elrond, Celebrimbor, Gil-galad, or Galadriel. Is someone still
Think
tapping?
long and hard about this decision.
I think that must have been Tolkien too.
I think that was the whole
Celebrimbor.
chat, just saying that they want Celebrimbor to win the
Yes.
poll.
Okay.
Not me, definitely not me. Just the chat.
Also, chat also say as well who you think it should be. Celeborn again. We don't know. We haven't heard anything about Celeborn, which is why we haven't been able to add him. Also, there's only 4 options. So
Glorfindel's another
chat,
great option, but we haven't heard anything yet.
Yeah.
Make Celebrimbor pull through there, guys. Please, come on.
Honestly, Lady Nico, I completely agree with you. If I see Glorfindel, the trailer is a success, no
Yeah.
matter what else happens.
Yes.
True.
I need
I agree.
Glorfindel in live action.
It is tight.
agree.
It is tight between Celebrimbor and Gil-galad right now. It's very
Okay,
tight.
Oh,
what
yeah,
do you
yeah.
guys think? Who would you vote for?
I voted. I said Gil-galad.
Okay.
Laketia?
I know TolkienTube is gonna go for Galadriel, of course.
Mhm.
I think for me it's a tie between Celebrimbor and Gil-galad.
It literally is a
Um,
tie between Celebrimbor and Gil-galad.
Okay,
so
so
Yeah,
my
it's-
voice,
it's
my
there.
voice will go to Gil-galad this time.
I think it'd be Celebrimbor.
For me,
Celebrimbor for me.
All right, so I'm just bribing people as best as I know how. I'll shout out anyone who says or anyone who votes for Celebrimbor. Don't know how well it's going to work at this point, but we'll see, I guess.
Okay, yeah, let's see how that goes.
I think Celebrimbor is probably the character or the elf at any rate that I'm most excited to see in the show itself. But as for the trailer, where I think we'll only get the characters for a few moments, I think Gil-galad is the one that I'm most curious to know what his whole deal with will be. And yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I always felt very, very, very bad that we didn't get Mr. Ferguson's Gil-galad, at least in the extended edition. You know, like more of that prequel intro into Fellowship of the Ring. So I'm definitely excited for Gil-galad. But you know, of course, we had Celebrimbor in Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War games, and he was done really cool there. So I'm excited to see how this new version will look like.
do we think he's gonna have black hair?
Who are we talking about? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, sorry, no. Celebrimbor. I didn't
Oh.
specify it at any rate.
No, I don't think he will
Yeah.
have black hair.
Yeah, I now I imagine him like from the games. It's stronger than me. So in that case, I would be more like silvery hair, silvery white.
It'll be
yeah.
interesting to see how Charles Edward will look like.
Mhm.
And yeah, Matt, which elf are you most excited to see?
I said yesterday Celebrimbor, and I think I still stand by that as my top choice, but Gil-galad is a very, very close second for me. Yeah, I'm almost undecided there.
I want to hear Varking.
Mm.
Yeah.
But of all the non-dwarven characters,
I mean, you gave 4 options of elves, right?
Oh, but
That's right.
come on. Celebrimbor liked dwarves. Come on, that counts. It's got to.
Good point.
I was just going to say, I'm going to give it with Celebrimbor.
Nice,
That's
nice,
my guy.
nice.
And then after that, I am interested to see and open-minded about how Galadriel is going to play out in sort of a different role than what she had in the movies.
Mhm. Good point.
All right, so I just want to shout out a couple of people who did vote Celebrimbor. 3 absolutely awesome people. Kieran, as well as someone with a really long username, Monteverantis or something like that, and Morgan Ferrier. Thank you for voting Celebrimbor. I'll also maybe put you in my next video, so thank you for voting Celebrimbor.
He's still losing, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's true. It hurts, but
Oh, he's
I
losing
think-
to Gil-galad?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
It's still close.
I mean, I would be happy either way, so.
It's still
People-
close.
it's getting closer.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. There's still a bit of a comfortable lead, I would say, for
We will see
Mr.
the developments of that
yeah.
over. But now, Kyle, should we move on to the next question?
We can do that.
So, live chat. What is the name of Faramir's second in command when they captured Gollum? This is quite niche. It'd be interesting to see who gets this
This is
first.
good.
Yeah, I think while we talk about this, I think people mentioned Adar as one of the elves, and I didn't think about that.
That's true.
But you think we'll see Adar tonight?
I think we
Who's
can.
Adar?
I think so. Yeah.
Adar.
is
Uh,
Joseph Maul.
So that's Joseph Mole's character. We've heard that he's somebody who gets like an elf who gets tortured and corrupted by Sauron, presumably. And there's been some speculation that he could also be one of Galadriel's brothers, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lakithia. I think sometimes we forget that there are people in the chat who haven't kept up to date with all the
Of
news
course.
and know all
Mhm.
these things. So sometimes we should explain it.
That's very true.
Very, very true. Yes.
Yeah, some of these people, they're just uneducated and don't like Celebrimbor, so.
As of right now, still no one has gotten it.
This is a tough one.
It's a
Though
yeah.
we did have like a close one. So Morgan, well done. I think Mablung was one of the rangers definitely there,
Yep.
but not the answer we are looking for.
So,
But very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good, definitely.
That's a half a point,
Okay,
I think,
just
right there.
just to for make it easy for the chat. So Morgan said Mablung. That's quite. It is kind of close.
Mhm.
Grogu. Someone said Grogu.
Guys,
Arnie.
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. It is a dead heat right now between Celebrimbor and Gil-galad.
Oh,
I know, it's.
wow.
it's like the end of
I
the
think
world.
I think Tolkien Tubes hacked the poll.
Oh, please, everyone, please, just vote Celebrimbor, please. You can do it.
Hadrian. George. Oh yeah, he's totally gonna be called George, the second in command.
Yep,
Yeah,
Talking
that
to
would be
it.
cool.
yep. I'd be fine
I
with
mean,
that.
yeah, if we have Bert and Tom and William, no, was it Tom? Anyway.
Bert, Tom, and William. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, then we could have a George. You know.
No.
Oh, 39. Celebrimbor's in the lead. Celebrimbor's in the lead.
Celebrimbor has taken the lead for the first time during the
Good
poll.
job. Good job, everyone.
Should I end the poll now? Should I just press end?
No. It's so exciting than Super Bowl tonight, seeing who's winning this poll.
I love exactly 39% of you.
Mhm.
Just remember that.
So we will see the development. It would just be amazing if we had this on screen, but you could see in the live chat. No, we're not closing the polls like this. We will give it a few more minutes of
It's tied now.
It's back to a tie. It is back to a tie.
yeah.
So I have to say, regarding Adar, the way I imagine seeing him would be, you know, that shot when Frodo and Hobbit start leaving the Shire, and then there's like you see the head of one of the black horses over a landscape.
Oh yeah.
So some kind of a that shot, like maybe like hand on the sword. We just see that, and then like there's a shot, like a wide scene or something like that.
Okay.
So that's how I would maybe imagine Adar in this trailer.
And
Yeah, I think that could be possible, especially given the fact that we wouldn't know who that character was, and people would be speculating: is it Sauron? Is it somebody else? Is it one of the
yeah.
Nazgûl?
I think that's what's going to happen anyway. I think a lot of people are going to think that
Oh.
this is Sauron. I
Mhm.
think that's exactly what's going to happen.
oh god, it's
Oh,
39,
Celebrimbor
36.
Up by 3%.
Celebrimbor has
Celebrimbor went to
45%.
taken a comfortable lead. Yeah. Yeah.
But still, we still got question
I
on
think
screen that no
Talking
one's
Tube
watching
just
right.
made like 15 accounts.
I think so.
You know, and
I
just
think you're right.
she just
think you're right.
voted like,
Yeah.
what's
I think-
Now that you
happening?
gave me the idea.
I think people are just sorry for him, you know, given his fate and
Oh,
everything. They
pity.
wanna show him some love.
Pity
Yeah.
votes. Pity votes.
Hey, pity vote is a vote.
That's
so.
right. It still counts. It still counts.
Just for this question now, should we, Carl, do you want to put the answer on screen?
Yes, I will do that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Answers
And
on
so
screen.
the answer was Anborn.
That's a tough
so-
one. That's a tough one.
That is a really tough one. And also what I'm going to do now is we are going to have to finally end this poll. So Celebrimbor won with 40%, but there might have been some tampering there. But
know.
clap for Celebrimbor,
RJ's.
everybody.
So they take the results with a grain of salt. But yeah, Celebrimbor won.
Yeah. Okay. And now
Darn.
we're going barking a promisey, we are making it there. We've gone from elves, and Carl, we're moving on to the next poll.
Mhm.
We are moving to Numenorians. So Oh God, I haven't made a dwarven poll. Forgive me.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
That's okay. We'll spend some time talking about dwarves. That's fine.
You know what?
Yeah.
This is why going to a different stream. Come back.
Yeah,
Please come back.
shout out to Varking. He's going to be on the Torn stream this evening, and that should be a lot of fun too.
Yes,
Just for a
indeed.
smidge.
Have
And I'm
fun.
going to come right back to spend the rest of the night with you guys.
Hell yeah.
He's one important dwarf.
That's
We
right.
need
Only
our
makes
gnome.
sense.
He has places to be.
And
Okay.
subs to mod and Discord and this YouTube chat.
Here we
You know,
go. It doesn't end.
Casa Doom, a little bit of Blue Mountains.
That's right.
Oh my God. Someone said Celebrimbor. I might have to steal that. Okay, but
He is
the
a
next question is on
Kill
screen,
bro.
right?
Next question is
No, poll.
Yes.
I think I've already used that hashtag on Twitter before.
Sorry. So, which Numenorian are you most excited to potentially see in the trailer? Isildur, Elendil, Farazon, or Miriel? And I think one thing that we have officially said today in our tweet earlier on is that Cynthia Adai Robinson is Queen Miriel.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, do you think out of all these four, Matt, which one are you most looking forward to seeing?
It's maybe it's a cop out for me saying that it's a close tie between my top two choices, but I think Farazan does come out on top because I'm very interested to see if they will show. I mean, as we've talked about before, will they show his corruption arc or will they just start him out as bad from the start? So I would love to see a really complex corruption arc with him, and he I don't know. I just also loved the costume, what we saw of it, of course, in the poster, and so I'm just kind of interested to see his design increase. You know, like increasingly more golden and outlandish kind of. Just over the top with his Our Farazan the Golden title later on. So I'm super excited to see that. Although Miriel, again, I'm very interested to see her relationship to him as, you know, him being her advisor. So Farazan, though, I think is my first choice.
Yeah, that's gonna be a popular one, I think. For me, it's Muriel. I don't have any particular reason, but I'm curious to see what direction they take with her character. I think they're gonna stick with the version that presents her as being in strong opposition of Farazan. But it would be interesting to see her presented as a bit something in between both versions of her, as Tolkien wrote them. But yeah, I'm curious to see how she's done.
For me, I am definitely most excited for Elendil. Well, the first time I read the books when I was like 8 or something. So one of the only names I got right from all those names starting with E was Elendil. It was so clear, and I want to see him. And as people here have pointed out, he's supposed to be, Elendil the Tall, but he's 6'1". I just checked, so they may, as somebody said here in the chat, give him stilettos just to get him a bit higher. But yeah, I have to also comment on the poll. Farazan is comfortably in the lead,
as he should be.
43%.
And I think having Tristan Gavel as Farazan would be amazing to see in this trailer. I think truly one of my favorite personal casting choices. And I think Karine, that's another option we haven't mentioned, Isildur's sister.
Yeah, the controversial sister. I am very, very curious to see her too.
I'm just thinking, if it's not a character swap, I think it'll be less controversial, I'd say. And I think we'll just have to wait and see for answers on
I really
that.
like her description though. Like she seems to be this very ambitious, a bit scholarly young lady.
Mm-hmm.
That intrigues me.
Actually,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with that, but I have to change my answer. It's none of these four. I want to see Anarion on the show. I need to see that man. So yeah, I'm changing my answer to Anarion. But yeah, I think Karin is definitely interesting, and somebody mentioned, I think, in one of our discussions already, that in one of the writings there was in one of the Tolkien's notes and writings, there was like a mention, there was an idea that he wanted Elendil to also have a daughter, but he never named her. So this doesn't really come out of nowhere.
Wasn't
It
she
is kind of
originally?
there.
Sorry for
Sorry,
cutting.
I
I think
didn't
in one
hear.
of the versions she was named as Firiel,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was some conversation that they obviously wanted to avoid that name because it's too close to Miriel. And I think she was presented as an adopted daughter,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
Was it Orondir's? Orondor?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Mhm. And while we wait for the poll to finish on the last one, should we move on to the next bit of Hen movie trivia?
Hen trivia
Quite
without
hard,
hen.
yeah. Hen trivia without hen.
Mhm.
So
Hey, he
Carl,
gave
is
us
it
the
on
trivia,
screen?
so
Just checking ready. So it is what I'll explain this really clearly. What was the order in which Peter Jackson, originally wanted to adapt the following projects? So you have to say out of the Lord of the Rings, King Kong, and the Hobbit. So of course he did it. The Lord of the Rings, King Kong, and then the Hobbit. But in which order did he originally want to do it? Interesting to see how many people get this one. So I hope Carl, I'm just checking this is up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, good. So I think in the meantime, maybe this raises, I think, links to Peter Jackson is of course also Howard Shaw, who is excited to hopefully maybe hear his music tonight. I think that's one of my favorite things from tonight's
Yeah,
trailer.
absolutely. Aaron R has the correct answer for this.
Okay, yeah, Hobbit, King Kong. Oh no, yep. Let's see how many more people get it first, because there's still a lot of people. Okay, people are starting to get it. So, do you want to put the answer on screen, Carl?
Answer's up.
But yes, it was the Hobbit, the Lord of the Rings, and then King Kong. But of course, it did not happen like that. Interesting to see. Oh yeah, what do you guys think if the Hobbit was done before the Lord of the Rings? That would have maybe
It would have been
changed
a lot better, probably, because he wouldn't have been rushed. He would have had, basically all the things he really would have needed. So
It
I
makes
think he would have the opportunity to actually make The Hobbit more of its own thing and closer to the tone of the books, rather than trying to fit what the Lord of the Rings films were. So I think it would be closer to the light-hearted, jolly Hobbit that we know from the books.
it makes me wonder though if we wouldn't have gotten the Lord of the Rings that we got. We would have gotten something different probably.
Yes, very true. So with that in mind, I'm happy that it happened the way it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking too, with the Lord of the Rings sort of being his most polished work.
Back now, so I think next, so what's next on the agenda? It's the characters. So I think, how do you want to put that up next?
Mm-hmm.
So we have, funnily enough, Benjamin Walker as Gil-galad and Charles Edwards as Celebrimbor. I think over the last few days we have spoken quite a lot about Charles Edwards as Celebrimbor. I think let's focus it to Benjamin Walker as Gil-galad, because I think I think Lakita, you mentioned his voice, I think a couple of weeks ago. So
Yeah, I keep mentioning his voice because it's very lovely. He's got that, deep, soothing timbre. I really like it. I think it's very fitting for an elven king. I think it will be easier to portray Gil-galad as a figure of authority. So for me, that choice was just 10 out of 10.
And I think with Celebrimbor as well, it will be interesting to see
What
if he
now?
does make it past season 1. If he does make it past season 1.
Yeah, I think personally he's only going to make it through like the first 2 episodes, but that's not exactly what I'd like. Really, I think he'd be a great, potential spin-off series, but that's definitely not going to happen.
So Matt, I'm sorry if I spoke over you. I'm going to mention what you were trying to say earlier, if I did.
Oh, no worries. With the
Speaking? 'Cause I can't hear
He's
him.
talking. Yeah, he is.
am
I
I?
hear you, brother. You're good. I hear
Okay,
you.
cool. With the Order of the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, I think it's interesting. I don't think the Hobbit would have been stretched into more than one movie if that had been the case, if it had been made first. And as we were saying, how the Hobbit, in some ways, the story was kind of made to match the tone of the Lord of the Rings. I wonder how the Lord of the Rings might have been adapted in that case if it were the other way around. And also, as another consideration, just different actors being needed at different times, I wonder if that would have had any implications for the cast between the time of shooting The Hobbit before The Lord of the Rings and then the trilogy after. So, yeah.
I love that point about the length of the movie and everything. Really interesting.
Just checking, he's not speaking now?
All done.
Nope.
Okay,
Yeah, we're good.
cool. Sorry, I must not be able to hear him on my side then. Maybe something's happened there. But how should you move on to the next question? To be fair, live chat, no offense, it is. Maybe for the last few questions, I think... no, to be fair, on the last one, you guys did get it quite quickly. But
We've
this is a
been
quite
talking
fun
about
one.
Ben Walker now. Did we discuss Celebrimbor as well, or are we returning to that later?
We will return to that. I think we briefly mentioned
Okay.
it, but we'll
Okay.
return to that.
Okay, sorry.
Next
Carry on.
question is up.
So, the name of Farmer Gal's dog.
Oh,
Let's see how long it takes for people to get this one.
if it were
I think-
Farmer Maggot.
Oh, Farmer Mike. What's happened there? I think this time we can get back to Celebrimbor anyway. So
Okay.
I think
I
with
really want to
Charles
hear Tolkien Tube's thoughts on Celebrimbor and his actor.
for
Benjamin Walker, right?
No.
Or is that no?
Charles
That's Gil-galad.
Edwards. Yeah, Charles Edwards.
Oh yeah. Well, first off, I think he's got like the jawline for it, or at least for an elf. He's got a strong jawline and such, which I think is good for an elf because you see like a lot of the hobbits. I'm sorry, a lot of the elves in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. Like who played Elrond again? I should know
Hugo
this by
Weaving.
now, but yes, Hugo Weaving, like him. So I think he looks like an elf, but obviously the question that a lot of people raise is, he's 52, so how can he possibly be an elf? Because elves are supposed to be ageless, and Celebrimbor, at least relative to other elves, isn't particularly old. And that's a fair question. But to be honest, I guess like Hugo Weaving in The Hobbit, he was around the same age, so he didn't look too old there. So I guess Celebrimbor is just going to be like one of the wiser elves. Although to me personally, although he was pretty wise, that doesn't make a ton of sense because he also gets tricked by Anatar, so I don't think that age element completely fits with the character, but at the same time, I think it's kind of dumb to just instantly assume it's some stupid change that Amazon's doing for any agenda or not. I think it could really go either way. It could make the character a lot better, or it could kind of take away from it, but he looks the part, and as far as being 52 goes, he's aged pretty well, so I don't think that's too bad of anything. Although I will say, it does. One bad thing about this is that in the future, say 10, 20 years from now, or probably less than 20 years, or maybe even less than 10 years from now, if they ever want to do a spin-off series and have him in it, they're going to have to de-age him, because like from 50 to 60 to 70, there's, he's going to age some, even though he's, in Hollywood and he looks pretty good as it is now. He's going to age a lot, so then they're going to have to spend money on CGI and stuff like that never even turns out well anyways. So yeah, they could recast him, but that's no one likes that either way.
Well, I mean,
so,
you look at
it's an interesting choice.
Look at the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, what they've done with a particular character. I'm not going to spoil, but it does make me wonder why they've consciously. Clearly, this is a conscious decision to cast an older, and he's not that old, but an older actor to play Celebrimbor. It's I'm very interested to see what the reason is for that and how that plays out.
Yeah, I do think it was a specific choice. It wasn't just like, oh, we've got a 52-year-old actor. I think they chose him specifically, and they obviously probably already factored all this stuff in.
Yeah.
Can I just say that I love that we're getting a Celebrimbor with dimples.
That's great.
That's the cutest thing ever.
I'll take it.
So.
And I think the final thing is what we said yesterday as a mini exclusive on the stream was that Charles Edward's Celebrimbor, the character itself, is not maybe liked by all the elven characters, but they do respect him. And I'm just seeing right now on screen, has there just been Varkin like a major injury?
A little bit ago, Odell Beckham Jr. Dropped the ball and came down hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So aside from that, and,
as long as they're all having fun, that's what matters.
Yeah. And
we also have to say that we have a correct answer.
Yes.
I think the first person is. Okay, then you can read it out.
Yeah, because I want to say something about this. I think finally around Celebrimbor, he is going, and apparently he's meant to be quote angelic. That's what the thing Charles Edwards brings to him. Now onto
he should be,
Now onto the farmer girl's question. I'm starting to think, okay, one person did get it, but I'm starting to think maybe people are Googling some of these. So I'm having a hint suspicion.
Well, a lot of these people have done really poorly on, so if they're Googling it, they're pretty bad at Googling it. So.
Okay, but I think Strider was going to mention Harry Sabel Pressman.
Yeah.
For him, just me. Okay.
Well done. If you really knew that, I bow to you. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And sorry, I did pick some really crazy questions. And also what we're going to do now, we are going to end the poll with Farazon winning 37% are most excited to see him tonight's trailer. I do hope so. We do see him. But Kyle, that if one poll's done, that means the next one should be up soon, and it's a really. Oh yeah, I hope we see her throne room.
We'll see what happens.
Is this the dwarven poll coming up?
There's only two dwarves in the Second Age, so
yeah, maybe there might not be one coming up soon, but next one, favorite Jackson Middle-earth movie. Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, Return of the King, and after the Hobbit movies, I chose Unexpected Journey.
Perfect choice.
Wise choice.
So
the only choice.
I think my favorite Hobbit movie is actually The Desolation of Smaug.
Yeah, I thought that, but I think closest to the lore maybe, and actually maybe not closest to the lore, but I think the first movie will be for that. But I think starting from Carl, we'll go down the voice chat. What is everybody's favorite Jackson Middle-earth movie?
There's only one answer, and it's The Return of the King, and that's just the answer.
I thought we were friends.
Who told you this? Who told you this?
I'll have to rethink some stuff.
No, I don't have to rethink anything.
Says he has to try on the beer. Like a boss.
Wow.
Totally. Okay, so before I occur any more heartbreaks, mine is The Two Towers. I know it's probably maybe the least out of the four, but actually maybe more than unexpected journey. But yeah, the Two Towers for me. TalkTube.
Maybe it's time for a rewatch, but I don't remember too much of how I liked each one in particular, except for the Return of the King. And part of that might be because it's kind of when it wraps everything up and puts a nice tidy bow on it, because you get the emotional scene with Frodo going off, Gandalf, and even Bilbo as well. And you also see, like, Sam's what Sam's life will be like in the Shire and stuff like that. So just because that's when everything gets wrapped up and all that, like, all the emotional baggage and stuff basically hits you, I've got to say the Return of the King is my favorite. The others, I do definitely think they're good, but I don't think they necessarily have the punch that the Return of the King does. Which isn't to say that they're not equally good movies. It's just they serve the purpose of making the Return of the King a good movie, and they did that very well.
Yeah.
Nice overview. And just quickly, so we started off the poll. Fellowship of the Ring was in the lead. Then Return of the King took it over. Now they're starting to merge together. So it's 36% Fellowship of the Ring and 42% Return of the King. So interesting to see how that develops. But meanwhile, Lakitia, I think, oh yeah, you
Okay,
mentioned
so
yours.
Fellowship of the Ring is the correct answer to this question. For me, while Return of the King does pack a few emotional punches, some of my favorite scenes from the trilogy are in the. Yeah, you're right, Kyle. It doesn't pack any emotional punches whatsoever. Like the lighting of the beacons and the ride of the Rohirrim and just the very end. I love all those scenes, but for me, the sheer sense of wonder and adventure and being just immersed into Middle Earth is never more powerful than it is in the Fellowship of the Ring. So, for me, hands down, Fellowship of the Ring.
I think that is, yeah, a fair point to look at it. It did feel a lot like, well, mostly feel like you're ingrained in Middle Earth. And also quickly, Warlock M said on chat, which I agree with, live chat, Return of the King was maybe a bit draggy in Shelob's lair when Frodo tells Sam to leave. It starts to get a bit backwards. He mentioned that. I think that is a really good point. I do agree to that to some extent as well. It looks like people are dancing on TV right now for a touchdown. But okay, so but Matt, next.
It's going to sound like I'm probably echoing a lot of you guys here, but I think the Fellowship of the Ring is my choice. A bit above the Return of the King. It is close between those two because I think just for the reason that it begins, it sets everything in motion. It's just kind of this begins with that ordinary life. The I believe in one of the letters Tolkien cited, or he said this I wish I could write a whole story with all this Hobbit talk because it interests me, but doesn't sell with the publishers, So, I wished we would have gotten a little bit more of what happened, like as they were leaving the Shire. Upon my first watch after I had read the books years ago, I was kind of surprised to see them show up at the Prancing Pony so soon, and I was like, oh, well, all this other stuff was supposed to happen, but okay. I mean, overall, though, for the time constraints that they had, I think they did a very good job with the Fellowship of the Ring, and just really going from that ordinary life into just this whole grand, just being pulled into the whole grand world. The hobbits in their isolation, and now they're part of the large world-shaping events, and just kind of that initial wonder, I think, is what got me most. And I think as far as some of the deviations that the later movies take from the books, the Fellowship of the Ring seems to stick the closest to it, even with that significant cut from before the Prancing Pony.
Yes, I agree 100%.
You would.
Have we heard from Strider?
Okay, just for the sake of time, Strider and Varkin, you're just going to have to just say your two. So Strider.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta do my thing. I cannot just say it, but I'll be quick. So, Return of the King, has probably the most epic scene ever. You know which one I'm talking about. Like I have seen the Ride of the Rohirrim, that charge scene 10,000 times probably. It's one of the most amazing things ever. You have Aragorn's speech. The whole for Frodo, Merry and Pippin running. That's amazing. The burning of the lightning of the beacon scene. It's truly one of the most magnificent scenes. It's there's no words, there's no action. It's just magic on the screen. We also haven't mentioned Two Towers. It has one of the coolest speeches which is like very hard, but Sam's speech in Osgiliath. When I was a kid, watching Helm's Deep, that battle was my favorite movie. But now, I think I'll go with Fellowship in the end.
Fair enough.
Because even though it cut Glorfindel, as someone said in the chat, we have Gandalf the Grey. We have Sean Bean there, and I love that man so much. Boromir is one of the coolest characters in one of the most complex characters we have, and we have him in the Fellowship. And that whole vibe of brotherhood forming and seeing the Fellowship formed, and then that scene when Ring goes south and when the Fellowship leaves Rivendell with that amazing score. There's just so much in all three movies, but I'll just go for Fellowship for the tiny bit of setting up everything and having Gandalf dancing, as someone said in the chat. So that's my take. I ranted a bit, but I had to. Sorry, man.
I think Viking Stride has taken up all your runtime, so could you?
We see Khazad-dûm.
The answer is all three of the Hobbit trilogy movies, and don't at me.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Yeah,
that is
a hot take.
that is a hot take.
Very controversial.
Yeah.
Put a bunch of dwarves on screen, and it's gonna be hot.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
With those noses, I think you're really wrong. I'm sorry.
Very good.
I'm pretty sure one of them had literally like an abscessed nose, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
Between Fellowship of the Ring and Return of the King, there's 3% in it, so we'll keep that poll up for a little bit while we go on to our next bit of trivia. No need.
Come on, people, go for Fellowship.
No, that's the wrong answer. Anyone who goes for Fellowship is going for nostalgia, and that's it.
Okay. So
talk
how
about
can
hot
we move on
takes.
to the next
We're on
trivia?
the next one. We should be
Okay,
good.
so which director was Jackson almost replaced with by Harvey Weinstein? Let's see. That's an interesting
Wait, can I guess?
thing.
Are we talking about like the Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like the first one.
First one?
The answer is actually not up. Wait, no.
Who
No,
did we?
I'm a little confused actually. Never mind.
While we talk about directors, what's everybody's thoughts on J.A. Bayona tackling the first two episodes? Because I'm sure a lot of what we'll see in this trailer today is from the first two episodes. That's what normally trailers like, show the early part. So yeah, I think it's a really big name for a television show, someone like J.A. Bayona. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, yeah, Kyle,
No,
go.
please,
I think you're more of an expert on this topic than me.
Please go ahead.
Go.
Please go ahead.
Okay, well, I am. He is he the first person, like the first director that was mentioned for the show?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not very good with director names, so when I heard about him and when I heard of him, I went and researched a bit, and I think it's very good that I think that there should be an experienced director setting up the show. So I think it's a good thing for us that he will do the first two episodes. So that's all I have to say about this.
It's interesting that they picked the director of Jurassic World while, not the greatest film, not his fault. But you think about films like The Impossible and The Orphanage, and those are masterpieces. And it's interesting that they went in that direction for the first 2 episodes. So it'll be interesting to see how that manifests on screen in this context.
Indeed. And Carl, I'm sure for the next minute or so, you're gonna have to technical difficulties. But in the meantime, I think still no one's got it in the chat. So, and I've seen some. I think someone said Tommy Wiseau. I've seen there's been some. I think I saw even someone say The Wok. No one has got it as of yet. So again, which director was Jackson almost replaced with by Harvey Weinstein? In
Oh,
the
I thought you said
meantime-
on which movie. That's why I was so
No, no, no.
confused.
And by the meantime, Lakita, we also have Charlotte Brandstrom as a director on the show. The Witcher, you've been seeing that a bit. What do you think
Yes.
she'll bring?
Yeah, I've seen her work in The Witcher and The Outlander, I believe. I really don't have any particular opinions about her in particular, given that TV show directors are often the mark they leave on the show is often far less visible than the mark a director leaves in a movie or the mark a showrunner leaves on a TV show. So I don't have any particular opinions of her. The episodes I've seen that have been directed by her, I liked. So I have high hopes that she's gonna be excellent.
And I think we're going to need to just put answer on screen, Carl. I think again, no one has got it. It's really, really niche. I do understand. These are chosen questions, so yeah, it does make sense. But the answer was in fact 1 second, John Madden. I'm sorry if someone might have said it in the chat, but unless anyone on the stream right now on the panel, did anyone see John Madden in chat?
I don't think I did.
No.
Didn't come up for me.
Shame. Right.
Yeah, but it's really, really, really hard. Like I
Really
would,
hard,
I would
yeah.
not know that.
No.
But someone said Christopher Nolan. I'm like, wow. I would like to.
That would be something.
It would be something. But we're moving on to the 2 next characters.
Okay.
I think we've already mentioned Tristan Govella's Farazon, but we haven't mentioned, so we'll leave him to the side now. But Cynthia Adai Robinson as Miriel, and so yeah, has Matt gone? Has he left?
Matt is gone.
Okay.
He'll probably be
resetting his
hopefully back.
connection.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the meantime, John Madden. Oh no, have I said something wrong? Please.
I think we were just starting to talk about Cynthia Day Robinson as
Apparently,
Muriel.
John Madden is an NFL coach. Please tell
Yes,
me
that
Hen.
is correct.
Tell me Hen hasn't stuck me up here. Tell me I haven't said a random.
No, there is
Probably
John Madden
watching the
director.
stream, and he was waiting for you to get to that part, and now he'll join. Now that
So like
no, there is.
Okay,
do you know
listen, okay,
Shakespeare in Love? Do we know Shakespeare in
yeah,
Love?
Okay, so Wikipedia live chat.
That's John Madden.
John Philip Madden is an
okay.
English director of theatre,
Yeah.
film, television, and radio. He is known for directing Shakespeare in Love, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture. And I'm
Very
guessing as well that
controversially.
I'm guessing that there is I think there is an American footballer coach something, but yeah, that is. But
Coach
I think.
something.
But to Miriel and Lakitia or whoever else, I think because you were mentioning Miriel earlier, they're not love. It would be interesting to see Cynthia's take on it, and interesting to see that what we know, Miriel will be a queen in season 1. So
Yes. And another interesting thing is they were originally apparently looking for a slightly older actress between the ages of, I believe, 50 and 60. So I wonder what changed there. We've discussed this a little bit on the second date show already. It also could be that the casting sheets that leaked were, faulty in this regard. But yeah, I think it's certainly her casting is a is an interesting choice. I haven't seen that much of her work. I think lots of people know her from her work on, was it Spartacus?
Mhm.
Where she
Spartacus.
played some sort of a warrior, if I'm not mistaken.
Slave turned warrior.
Okay. But yeah, I think she has that sort of regal bearing. I think she could be really great. But I don't have any specific opinions as I've not seen her in anything. But certainly
Mhm.
she's one of the actors in this show with the largest profile. So I think they were specifically going for somebody with a little more renown for this kind of role.
Yeah. And interestingly as well, for the poll, it is currently 41% for Fellowship of the Ring Return of the King. So make sure to keep on voting. We have 353 votes on that. There's more people watching right now. Okay. Also, Carl, do we get taken down if we put the halftime show on screen?
100%.
Okay, I think I see someone in chat asking if we could put the half.
Yeah, if
Fortunately-
we could, we would absolutely do that, but we'd be taken down faster than you can say Noldor.
Yeah. And we don't want to test that out.
No.
But for the Carl, right, for when the trailer's out, we will have it on screen.
Yes, we will. We will absolutely
When it's
have the
live
trailer.
on the Super Bowl.
Yes.
When it's live from the... Perfect. Okay. And I think let's just move on to the next question. This is quite an easy one, live chat, so I'm sure you guys will get this quite quickly. What is the name of Gandalf's sword?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be like
Harry.
a speed run.
Yeah.
It's Harry. Harry is the name of his sword.
Harry, you're a sword.
Well,
Nice.
Oh no.
some people are actually saying Noldor in chat.
What's
Seems
happening,
easy.
people? What's Gandalf's sword? Come on.
Yeah,
Glam
We love
Drain.
you too,
already got it.
Preston.
There we go.
Warlock M.
Got it.
Warlock, yes. Well done. Glam drink.
In the meantime, oh, okay, everyone's okay.
Grunt.
Okay, go on.
That was
Ooh.
easy one for sure.
That was an easier one. And now,
But we appreciate every answer.
Every
So
answer.
Yeah, of
no
course.
shame.
Jonathan, Giovanni, I understood that reference.
Okay, but now,
Jonathan, yes.
controversially, we're going to have to end this poll with Return of the King winning with 41% as it wasn't moving and it went down to 37%. So clap for Return of the King. Well done, everybody. Well done,
Okay,
Return
I
of the King.
just
Well
said
done,
that there
people.
were no wrong answers. I take that back.
Okay, well
Shame.
here I have a question for you
Ding,
then.
ding, ding.
I have a question for you. Return of the King or the Two Towers?
For me personally, the Two Towers.
Of course.
Oh.
I shouldn't have even asked.
It's got lots of Rohan. Although I will say that in Return of the King we get one of the nicest shots of Rohan, which is the shot where Legolas and Aragorn are standing outside of Meadowselt, or in Meadowselt on the balcony, and there's the nighttime shot of Rohan, which is beautiful. So that's its saving grace. But otherwise, man flesh, which is my favorite moment in all of the films. So that takes the cake.
So
What is it? What do you smell? Man flesh.
That was perfect.
now this next poll is probably going to get a lot of speculation and a lot of people talking. So Carl, do you want to get it up?
I will get it up.
So it is. I'm talking to you, and Vark. I'm going to start off with you two. So, who is the unexpected figure that the hobbits find via, not our leaks, via Vanity Fairs, where they talk about an exciting enigma? Quote what they said. So, long story short, who is Meteor Man? And but of course we only can put 4 options here, but of course there will be so many more. So it's either Blue Wizard, Sauron, Saruman, Glorfindel. So talk to you. Who do you think it could be?
You want me to go?
If he's not speaking, then yeah, you go for it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It-
I was
oh,
muted.
go ahead, talking to.
No, you go ahead, Varking.
I was gonna say, I'm really confident that it is not a blue wizard. but I'm gonna go with it's Jeff Bezos
Okay.
playing Sauron.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That I can get behind.
All right, so I'm gonna say it's not Glorfindel. Probably not Sauron either, though, just because Glorfindel obviously didn't ever attack hobbits like Fellowship of Fans, like you said, the Meteor Man was going to. So almost certainly not Glorfindel. That leak is wrong, or if they're just mutilating the lore. And yeah, they're going to be changing things, but I don't think they're going to change it that much. As for Saruman, I don't think that makes a lot of sense because, especially if they're going in continuity with Peter Jackson's films, Gandalf and everyone would really know that Saruman was evil if he started like attacking people as early as the Second Age. So I don't think that would make a lot of sense, and especially like when it comes to the
South and helping to kind of rally some of those people against the dominion of Sauron. I would really like to see that kind of thing. And actually, I just saw a comment in the chat saying that maybe one of them could go that way of turning evil, as Tolkien I think had suggested earlier on, and then one of them could go the way of like really trying to redeem and defend and protect those people. So that might be kind of an interesting
The
take
stream
too.
lagging. I'm saying the stream is.
Yeah, I've fixed it now. Did you hear Matt speaking?
No.
Okay, he was speaking.
Continue.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I might have glitched out there.
No, we heard you perfectly. It's just Fellowship.
Okay.
Just couldn't hear you, so continue, please.
Got it. Yeah, yeah. There was a comment there in the chat saying that potentially, if we end up seeing two blue wizards, which it seems like this character is just one person. But if potentially we might end up seeing two blue wizards, it might be kind of an interesting idea to have one go with the older version of the lore that Tolkien was saying they went.
Yeah, I think Matt's glitched out there, but I agree.
Mm.
Having one of the blue wizards go the original way and the other going the new way, and having fallen victim to Sauron perhaps, and have one corrupted and have the other one not corrupted, and that would be a really cool dynamic to see, almost like a Gandalf Saruman, kind of distinction.
And I think we will get back to this exciting enigma in a bit, but I think next thing, Kyle, is that we have some more trivia. Is it ready to go?
Yeah, let's just shout out to Rottens. He says, Kyle, you're the best moderator ever. So,
Well, I'll take it.
yeah, I think it's turned.
I didn't realize I was moderating, but I will take that.
So,
Time for
Well,
some kind of.
whatever you're doing, you'll be officially labeled as the best moderator
I'll just
ever.
keep doing it.
You just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
so people are saying that the Prime Videos thing is really live. Yes, their thing is live, but the trailer isn't out for another half an hour, I don't think.
Prime
20 minutes.
the Prime Video stream will be up about 15 to 20 minutes before the trailer actually goes live.
So don't worry, once the trailer is live, we will have it on stream. But I think we'll be wrapping up now, and we'll start just talking about the trailer. But this will be the last one we do. What was Arwen's original role in the Return of the King? So this is quite a wordy answer. So you will have to let's see how this works out with Arwen. It's quite a long answer anyways, but in the meantime, we are half an hour to 20 minutes. So we don't know exactly when, because right now I can see, I think, Beyonce singing on screen or something.
I don't
So
think
I
that's
think
Beyonce.
Yeah, but sorry, do we accept Nefelibata's nation's answer? It's
So that is nothing because she's. I think for this one, Carl should just reveal the answer.
Sure.
No.
1 second.
And then,
Okay. And this is the answer.
yeah, it's like really detailed.
Detailed answer, yeah.
in the meantime, I think we have, if I'm not mistaken, a poll to finish.
We
So,
have.
Let's get that.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to
Mike, Roman, and Jessica, welcome.
Hi from end poll. So Blue Wizards won with 43%. So yeah, that was the clear favorites there. And I think now someone says Strider, you're also the best. But
Thank you very much.
I think what we're going to be doing is the halftime show. We are around 30 minutes to 20 minutes away from this trailer dropping. And I think this is where we start to get a bit hyped now.
I'm starting to feel it personally.
That's because you're drinking.
That contributes. That does contribute.
And to be fair, we promised Varking we would talk about the dwarves. That's the one thing I don't feel like we have discussed as of yet. So in this trailer, Varking, are we hoping that we do see, if they did say in the Vanity Fair reveal that we're going to be seeing Khazad-dûm at its peak? So do you think we'll be seeing that hopefully?
I would be surprised if we saw that in the trailer specifically. But I said it yesterday, I believe, or the day before. I'm hoping that they have a camera and it's going to follow 5 or 6 characters walking through an iconic looking area so we can get an idea of building structure on camera, the characters on camera, just kind of the landscape. And I need Howard Shore's music behind it. And then hopefully it's 60 seconds or so, and they say, find the rest of it on YouTube, and it's like a 71-minute teaser trailer. I'm ready for it.
I mean, it sounds like perfection to me, honestly.
And I think, let's start with Karma Goodan. What's everybody most excited to be seeing in tonight's trailer?
Oh man, I think we've seen so little so far that everything is kind of exciting, which is a really cool dynamic. But I am ecstatic to be able to see Numenor. I think is a big one for me.
And I think we got such lovely descriptions of Numenorian. I just see Eminem singing on the screen on a rapping of the Numenorian throne room. So I really, really do hope we get to see some of that as well. But yeah, next I think Talking Tube.
We have a guest here.
Yes.
Hi, morning.
Morning.
Good morning, beautiful. Welcome to. You're just in time. To be fair, you're just in time. Ready to get hyped, and then you can see the trailer. So perfect timing.
Yes, very good timing.
Yeah.
Presumably.
So yeah, TalkTube, what are you most excited? I think people saying in chat Howard Shore's music.
I don't really know. I guess I'll go for the cheap answer. I'll say Celebrimbor.
Oh, what a surprise.
Maybe that and the Rings of Power, specifically the One Ring being made, if we do get any, images or, I guess, pictures, videos of Sauron, going ham on a few pieces of metal, making the One Ring, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really raised a good point. Do you guys think we'll see any rings being forged in the trailer?
We'll at least see a couple of rings, because the show's named Rings of Power, so we should see rings of power,
But maybe not completely. Like maybe we'll see like a glimpse, like a hint of like a blacksmith sort of place. Maybe not exactly forging of the rings, because like this is the first trailer. Maybe they'll just hint at them. I can maybe see a bit more like that, not specifically seeing the rings. Though to be fair, we already saw them in the movie, so it wouldn't be also that surprising if they go that way. But since I already interjected, I'm also going to say some sweeping shots, like some location shots with Howard Shore music in the background, and preferably some Glorfindel if it's somehow possible. And that's all all I need.
And I believe Lakitia is next.
She is stepping away for a minute, I think, to grab a bite to eat.
That's right, I'm all done. What's the question?
What do you want to see in the trailer? What are you looking
Okay.
forward to?
Some nice establishing landscape shots. I want to see the
yeah.
cinematography that they use. But yeah, mostly I want to see Middle Earth, and I really want it to feel like Middle Earth. That's my number one request for tonight. I'll be over the moon excited if we get to see Gil-galad, Celebrimbor, and of course the number one thing, my number one wish. But at this point, I'm afraid this is more of a, just just a fantasy. But I really want to see Austin Ethel. So give me a Region and I'm happy.
Yeah, I think no one will mind seeing a region. Like I think we discussed that yesterday. Like the fact that we haven't even heard like one mention of it, it's strange. So it would be cool to see it, but I don't expect to see it.
Yes.
I would be surprised if we saw that. But then again, that's why we will be here. Maybe we'll see like a little glimpse somewhere, and then we can discuss like whether was it. Maybe we'll see some hints of Aragon. Then we'll just have to dig through the trailer to get them. Hen, what do you think? What do you want to see the most?
You've mentioned it really, but I think really, and we talked about it yesterday, but just some of the environments, get a feel for the environment a little bit, because we certainly got a feel for the characters. So
Yeah, I agree. I think the landscapes and the environment is so integral to anything Lord of the Rings. Thank you to Peter Jackson. So I think that'll be a vital part of what we see this evening in the next 12 to 15 minutes.
And talking about the timing quickly, it's looking like the halftime show is going on longer than expected.
This happens.
So well, I'm thinking, do we add an extra 10 minutes, 15 minutes to this countdown? Maybe
There's
faster.
no way to know because the third quarter can start. Somebody might get hurt. There could be a delay of game, but they don't go to commercial. It's really hard to predict the exact time.
Then, how is it going to work then? Should we put the trailer on? We'll have discussion on the side, but as of right now, I think a thing people mentioned on chat was orcs. I think seeing orcs for the first time in this trailer will be really, really interesting. Yeah. What's everyone's thoughts on that? So wetter practical effect orcs that we could confirm from a while ago. Be really interested to see how the orcs play out.
People are
Yeah,
saying
it will be
that
interesting to see if.
Okay, I'm sorry, like I said, let's go at this. And so apparently the information we got yesterday around the Lord of the Rings on primary tweet. So apparently someone just said the official stream is delayed and it isn't starting yet. So that's amazing. So it looks like we're here for a few more minutes, guys. Together.
Technically, theirs should have started like 10 minutes ago, so.
Yeah. So as I know we've got 600 people here, when the Super Bowl shows the stream, we will have it on screen as well. So yes,
Yeah,
we will
and
have.
don't go to any other live streams because they've been, giving people viruses. So if you just want to be safe and watch the trailer, just stay here and check out my YouTube channel in the description,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think you might. Yeah, as Talk to said, you might get a virus if you do go to any other streams as well. But okay, a next point that we should be talking about maybe is, so far we haven't got anything Numenorian. So yeah, we know the halftime show has now ended. So from here on out, from the next 20 minutes to half an hour, we are expecting the trailer. So that is how it's working right now.
Should we do some of those bonus questions?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second, but the next thing we want to talk about is Numenor. I'm thinking, how many wide shots do people want to see from this trailer? I think that's the most important thing Amazon have to do. Remember that picture of Tyrion? I think, what places could we get? We could get, unless any of you want to help me out, so we have Numenor, maybe Ostinate Hill, if we are getting that. House, Menelaus. So, I also think a thing people are seeing on chat is really Howard Shaw. And I think that is thing on people's minds is seeing Howard Shaw. Wait, Hen, do you think it makes sense to have Howard Shaw do some music for this trailer right now?
He's done music for trailers, for The Return of the King and for An Unexpected Journey. Still, I wouldn't be too shocked to hear like trailer, what we call trailer house music, based on his themes.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We should have made
And-
like bingo cards for the trailer. See who.
Oh, yeah.
There's an
Oh
idea.
yeah, we
Right.
should have done that.
Okay, but okay, here's an interesting thing chat's doing. Everyone comment, what is the time right now where you are? So because I'll start off. For me, it is in the UK. It is 1:30. So, Kyle, you go next.
We've got 9:30 here, so not quite my bedtime.
I believe Hen.
3:30.
Oh, I mean,
I'm so
Hen's getting the
sorry for
worst
you.
of it. You ever
No wonder you were sleeping.
Yeah.
And then talking
Yeah.
tube.
About 8:30 here, so not that bad.
Look at you.
It's 2:30. It's way past my bedtime.
Ryder.
2:30 here as well, but sadly not past my bedtime.
Fair enough.
Barking.
And also, oh yeah, okay, marking.
I was just gonna say it's also 8:30 here, same as Token Tube.
Okay.
I just wanna say that we have 722 people watching right now.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
can't
Hello,
believe it's
all-
not
to all the
7:20.
So hello to everyone. Hello, thank you for being with us in this really, really cool moment. Hopefully you're all hyped as we are.
We are
Is
we are
everybody excited?
we're 5 to 10 minutes away from this thing, as long as
So, yep, as people are saying, for the people who
They
in
just
other
ended the other stream.
did they?
Twitch stream,
The-
I think
the
everyone's
watch party.
coming. Everyone's coming over here. Then it's looking like.
Yeah,
but,
again, y'all don't get any other places because they give you viruses. We don't, though.
The thing is, okay,
Yeah.
so we will be, for people in the comments, we will be showing the stream. We'll be showing the trailer live on our stream. Kyle, I'm sure, as before, we are getting that set up.
We are.
The timings
I'll show it
we were
twice.
giving yesterday
right.
via Torn and retweeted by Amazon is that it's going to be in the next 6 to 10 minutes. So it's, I believe, Varking, the third quarter going to start soon.
What they had said was that it would be playing early on in the third quarter, and halftime
Early
is
on.
over, so it should be soon.
So, Carl, should we maybe start getting the stream up on screen? Because it should be up soon.
Yep.
Okay, so we are going to have it, and we're going to
No,
replay-
people, we didn't stream the trailer. The trailer is yet to come. Don't worry.
Oh, someone said, Eliza, Carl, whatever you do, don't run the intro. We will not run the intro. And of course, as we maintained, the reason we are able to share the trailer on our stream is because we're not monetizing the video. We're not making any money off this, except from, of course, super chats that someone gave earlier. But, so yeah, the only problem is we're hoping that it doesn't get taken down, but I don't think it should be. But we will be.
We will be live.
Okay, it looks like we are back up. Okay,
Yes.
we might have just lost 300 people, but we are back.
Yeah.
We haven't been taken
That
down.
hurts. So is the trailer is currently live?
I have not seen a trailer. No.
So could we start being able to put it on screen now?
Well,
We're ready to put it on screen. Yeah, when it happens. It just hasn't happened yet.
What
He's
timing?
back.
We're back.
Mhm.
We
We're
will-
back. We're
all
back.
right.
We
sounds
will
good.
we will have it on screen as soon as it's up. It's not up yet.
Yeah, we will. We will have the trailer on
It's so
on
exciting.
screen. Yeah, we are literally in the. We're literally in the final moments right now. We are literally just like you guys. We are waiting for this trailer, and timing. One thing we've been asked about the most is the timing of this trailer. So what we reported was between I might not remember what we reported. Was it between 1 minute? So we're not sure whether or not Amazon are going to put the entire trailer on the Super Bowl and then upload a longer trailer on YouTube,
He's back.
or whether or not they would just put a full 1 minute, 2 minute trailer on there. But I'm thinking it won't be shorter than 1 minute. We will get Amazon have gone for the Super Bowl. They want to show big. So okay, everybody saying 1 minute. So from once it goes to, from 1 minute 30, that's when we are in the period of we can be getting a
The
trailer.
Bengals just scored a touchdown, which means there's going to be a break here soon, so it could
So
air.
Kyle, could we
Yeah.
potentially get that on screen now?
Yeah, we're good. We're ready to go.
Okay, so we are in the third quarter. Amazon are going to be dropping a trailer for the upcoming Lord of the Rings show. I think it should soon enough be on screen, and
Am I supposed to be seeing anything on the screen? Because for me, it's just the loading thingy
Yeah.
going on. Okay.
It's nice to say, yeah.
So the trailer has not, in fact, dropped yet.
No.
Oh, I'm hearing myself.
So once the 48 minutes, 48 seconds go, that's when we're in the period of we can start to see a trailer. And Carl, will you be able to, what's it called for us? Is it up here?
Yep.
Okay, so I think all the people in the live chat right now, what character are you most excited to see? What character? Just quickly, we're nearly there. We're nearly at the time of the drop of the trailer. What? Yes, there is. Everybody's freaking out right now. We are freaking out. Same with you. This trailer should be okay. So okay, it's not gonna drop in 5 seconds, but from 5 seconds now. Okay, so from now, the trailer can drop any minute. So that's what is happening now. So we're going to. I think Kyle is trying his very hardest to get on screen the trailer for us.
All right, I see some
Once it
Caliber
does
boars
drop.
in the chat. That's good.
So
Actually, only one.
okay, so we are trying our hardest to
There's no
Watch this.
Fellowship, should we do some of that trivia while we're waiting?
I think
Yes,
we'll have
please.
to leave we'll have to leave trivia till later now. We're just in the final moments of this. So okay, any minute now the trailer can drop. Any minute now. So okay, before people start calling us lies, it's timer. So from any second now the trailer will be dropping in the third quarter. The game is currently in the third quarter. We are just waiting for this trailer to drop. I think, how's everybody feeling right now? Excited?
I'm getting excited. I was feeling a little bit discouraged earlier today, but right now I'm getting super excited.
Okay, and in the meantime, so okay, Kyle has okay, so yes, as you can see on screen, we are getting the trailer up. We're getting the halftime shot
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay, looks like we are
do
still waiting for.
a cheers with my
Are you
rack.
able to get?
Yeah, so hopefully this is
yes,
gonna be
we
awesome.
are all
Cheers, everyone.
freaking out. We are literally waiting for this trailer to drop. Okay, think of it like this. In a few minutes, we'll be able to hear Howard Shaw's music, and we are going to be returning to Middle Earth. So, as people are wondering, we are just literally just waiting for the trailer to drop. It should be in any minute now. There's a fight happening on the pitch, or as the game right now. So we are just waiting for that. So we are on the the official YouTube channel, and we're just waiting for the trailer to drop, just like you guys.
All right, it looks like some people also want the trailer to be playing in full screen. Kyle, I don't know if you can do that.
Yes.
Or Fellowship, if you want that to happen, but
Our stream might get taken down if we do it full screen.
What I would also suggest is once we start playing it, everybody needs to be on mute.
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Your reactions. So, looks like we are waiting for this trailer. We promise you we are waiting for this trailer. So, Carl, can you hear me right now? Checking. Okay, look, I watch football. That's big. I watch soccer. So
It's up on
that-
Prime Video.
It's up on Prime Video. It is live.
Is it?
I don't see it, so
I'm watching it right now.
The trailer is out. Apparently, the trailer is out.
is it like on their live stream?
Is out.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's live on their Twitter thing. That's nice.
I've got nothing.
Oh.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Nice. Oh. Okay.
So exciting.
Did you watch it?
Oh, okay, Varking sent it.
I linked it.
Kyle,
Yes, I watched the whole thing.
can somebody mute themselves because I can hear stuff? People, mute yourselves, please.
Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering. I can feel it. Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering. I can feel it.
Okay.
It's weird.
Weird? You don't like it?
I didn't say I don't like it. I said it's weird.
It's much more fantastical
There's a couple of
than I
weird
thought.
things.
Yes.
It was-
Well, I'm my mind is blown right now. My mind is fully blown right now.
Gil-galad!
That was crazy.
That was-
Oh yeah, right.
I'm just
And
curious.
was that a meteor we saw?
There was a meteor.
Yes.
Yeah,
Me too.
I'm afraid so.
95% of that didn't even register. I was just kind of like sitting there watching it. Yeah.
Guys,
Who's that person, that young child though, like with stuff on her head? That's what I'm really
You
curious
That's
about.
Markella Kavanagh.
Kavanagh.
there's questions.
She looks really good.
There are
Is that like
questions.
supposed to be a young
Hobbit
Galadriel
lady.
or something? Or oh yeah, Hobbit would make sense.
Yeah, she's a
Oh.
hobbit, yeah.
That would make a
Interesting.
lot of sense. Yeah.
What is everybody's thoughts in the live chat about this trailer? So I think should we play it one more time?
Yes.
Okay,
Carl?
1 second here.
Let's do that.
My gosh,
Okay.
this is crazy.
Yes, 1 sec. Okay,
This time
we're,
we get to exclaim during it. So
Oh, there's an echo.
Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering. I can feel it. What else is out there? Haven't you ever wondered
Okay,
what
again.
else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering. I can feel it.
Fellas,
So, how is everybody feeling around this trailer?
did you see my guy towards the end? Oh my god.
dang.
Did you see the song of lament that was happening? Oh my god.
Yes.
I
Yours-
saw a song of lament. I saw a Helcroxe. I saw a meteor. I saw
I know, Fellowship. Half of this was literally just confirming your.
Yeah, I'm saying
Very true.
We've just had Helcaraxe confirmed. We've had Meteor Man confirmed. Benjamin Walker as
Hobbits.
Gil-galad confirmed. There's so much stuff.
Favorite
Oh, apparently
dwarves.
someone's mentioned Menotama
like
in the
this.
background.
Our stream has
This
been our,
shot of
the
Robert
stream
Arameo
the
that
stream
we get is also really good. I
the
like that shot of it. He looks much better there.
the stream has been blocked. Just FYI.
Yeah, still, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Our,
we're not
the stream
streaming
the stream has been blocked. Yeah. We're gonna turn that off.
that's a shame.
It is. Oh wow.
Are we down right now?
No,
We're
I
gonna
think we're still up.
we're gonna
I see.
we're gonna reconnect.
Okay.
What was that fantasy creature? Because that looked.
Some sort of a troll, I think.
Yeah, I think it's the
Was
ice
it?
trolls that Torn mentioned a while ago.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but we are
chat's
live.
saying that they can still see us. I would just like to make a comment because I see
Um,
a lot of people.
I guess like a
commenting
snow troll or
that
something.
we
Yeah.
have not had a lot of energy or anything during this, and I just want to say, the moment this dropped, as a mod of the subreddit, I needed to go to the Reddit, and there's a billion duplicate
That doesn't
threads.
look like a
So I'm
troll.
trying to
terribly.
rein all these in.
Yeah.
Hey, I can give you energy. Why isn't Celebrimbor in that? He should be there.
Yeah. No.
Where is
And there
he?
was a scene where some rocks were getting smashed.
Oh, yeah.
In
going to be one of our
endurance
future
test.
leads.
Endurance test.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, that is really interesting. Carl, could you possibly go to the scene of Numenor so we first start off?
Yes, I
in
can do
Numenor?
that. I can do that.
God,
And
chat
so
is
I
so
think-
50-50. One person's like, that troll looks laughable, and the next person's like, that troll looked good.
Because I think apparently you can see Menotama
Yeah.
in one of the shots.
Yeah,
as well.
right here. You can
Oh,
absolutely.
right.
You absolutely can.
Yeah. So
This is
One-
gorgeous,
one-
gorgeous,
in the
gorgeous.
background.
Also very
Um,
similar to the Grey Havens, I think.
To jump to another.
Just thinking, I'm not sure if like I don't want to say we have any say on this on the trailer, but a lot of it is what we've already revealed, which is really interesting.
hmm
Just noticed as an aside. But yeah, so we're looking. This is Numenor here. We can see Menotama in the background. It actually looks like Mythlon from the Jackson movies.
It does.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, it does. I will say immediately what the first thought in my head is that this struck me as more Middle Earth than I expected it to be. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Same.
So I see a couple of people saying like it looks better than they thought it would be, and I think I really agree with them. I did not think it would look this good. There are a couple of scenes which personally I think the CGI looked just a little bit off, particularly the one with Galadriel. But like the preceding scene of the waterfall looked beautiful as heck, and a lot of the other scenes just looked very very well done. The troll especially.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think overall it was really good. And
because
there's not
what
much
we
to criticize. To
I
be
think the
honest.
one
What
thing
we
that I
review-
didn't like is the ice climbing scene, because to me
Yeah.
that one is like literally taken out of Game of Thrones. Please don't hate me for saying that, but my my initial reaction was, wow, this looks like just like when they were climbing the wall. But yeah.
To me, I'll be honest, it looks more like it's from like a video game cutscene.
I felt the
It's just,
same
like,
way.
One scene that I really don't like.
Yeah, I 100% agree. 100%. This was a little bit uncanny valley for me. But it could be unfinished CGI. It could be.
Yeah, the scene with the elf, Ismail Cruz Cordova, his character catching the arrow. I thought that was kind of in a similar vein, but I thought it was done pretty well.
Yeah, I
Like
like that.
Legolas.
I thought that looked really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it was a very elven thing.
Yeah.
too, as well.
I would agree that this looks a
Mhm. And
bit more like
I think
the-
what was the next shot? I think we saw those.
Hobbits?
I forgot their name. There's people with the wings on their back or whatever.
That was one of the first shots right here.
Nomad Raiders or something.
I've got that up now
That's
too.
very interesting that we're going to be seeing. Okay, what we can at least tell you guys is that 90% of that trailer is in the first 2 episodes.
yeah.
I think it's safe to
That
say.
seems to be the case too.
Yeah, most of what you've just seen right there, I don't think maybe if hardly any of it is beyond episode 3. So there's really an interesting thing. Firstly, around that.
something. Strider, did you wanna say something else? Because I think we cut you off there. No.
He's tried it now as well.
He's frozen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, So yeah, the Moose Men. But Carl, could you move on to the next scene if possible? So yeah,
So
Ken, what are
my
your
first
initial
thought.
thoughts?
Mhm.
I'll go Ken first. 'Cause we haven't heard much from
Sure,
him.
sure.
What did I do?
Say, what's your opinion?
It's more fantastical than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
I like most of the environments, I suppose. That ice troll thing caught me a little off guard. That might take a while. I'm kind of trying to stare at it and kind of make sense of it.
Because what we
yeah.
revealed is that Galadriel will cross the Helcaraxe. She will go into a cave, and her and all her elven company will encounter an ice troll. So
Yes.
that is interesting. So and that's apparently meant to be in the prologue as well. So I
Who's this
think
person here?
Right before the ice
Yeah.
troll thing. He looks terribly
Oh,
familiar.
I know. It's Skip Chapman.
Yes.
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 It's Skip Chapman.
Yes.
I have no idea what his role could be, but he looks Elven, right?
Yes, he does.
Oh man,
This thing looks insane. This
Yeah.
this
this
beast.
creature looks weird.
and
can you people hear me?
interestingly,
Yes,
Meteor
you're
Man,
good.
this confirms Meteor Man.
It does. Well, I mean, look at these shots. Like, look at like that. Look at this. This is Meteor Man from the poster. This is the hand that was holding the apple that you can see by the
Yeah.
sleeve.
The Hobbit hand.
Yes. Yes.
Plus, it also kind of it
And is
confirmed
found by the
half of your
hobbits.
leak, so chances are the rest of it's also true.
It confirms a little bit more.
Thinking, should we play the trailer one more time, Carl? Should we do another one?
Should we?
I think we've seen enough. I'll drop a
Okay,
link.
yeah. Actually, yeah, we might get blocked again. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So, I'm thinking the next part, could you quickly jump to Meteor, if possible?
The one that flies above Gil-galad?
Yep.
I can try.
Maybe Gil-galad, so he potentially sees the meteor.
He looks
That'd be
good.
quite Gil-galad. Oh, yeah, actually, Carl, if you could actually have a just maybe shot of Gil-galad.
Yeah, I think a bit
He
before that
he won
even.
the
It's
he
Daniel
won the
Wayman.
poll.
Yeah.
The Meteor Man is Daniel Wayman.
Yes. Yes.
Again.
I can't find it. Just one second here.
Yep, there we go.
Golden Forest is just gorgeous.
It is. Yeah.
Who's this guy shouting in an armor?
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
They're fighting orcs at the end. They look Numenorean, the people in armor. But who are they? I'm not quite sure.
Awesome. I love it.
And also, we could put we could also put maybe a poll. Do you guys want to have a poll on how if
Yeah.
you like the trailer?
Yes.
Carl, once you're free, you wanna go and do that. Interestingly, we haven't seen Halbrand Halbrand, whatever his name is.
Halbrand.
Halbrand.
Can we
Well,
Well,
can you
actually,
zoom ahead to the dwarves?
I'd say
Yeah.
we did like see his hand at least, brushing Galadriel's
yeah.
hair out of her face.
Yes. Yes.
Very
Which is kind of a weird thing to do, but hey.
Did we see that? I don't remember that. Gil-galad looks epic. Yes. Look at like this is
Yep.
this whole scene is
It's
So-
gorgeous.
so Gil-galad seems to see the meteor happening.
This is
Gil-galad sees the meteor.
That's what it looks like.
I do like this dwarven stuff too.
Thank you.
Really good.
It does. Yeah. Yeah.
But when we get to it, I want to point something out.
Okay. Let's get to that.
they're just smashing rocks.
We see Sophia Numvity singing her
Yes.
scene ceiling.
Yes.
This is Daniel
Um,
Wayman. Yay.
Yes.
Yeah, and I want to talk about her look.
Should we just go scene by scene from the beginning?
Okay, let's
Because
do
we're
that. Let's
all
do
over
that.
the place.
Let's do that. Yes. So we talked about this establishing shot.
which is gorgeous.
It is.
I'm just saying.
Who is this statue of?
Yeah.
Alros,
Elros?
Oh,
if it's
okay.
Numenor.
Yep.
Guess.
Yeah, of course.
And then we have
The Moose Hunters.
the Moose Hunters.
And you're muted, by the way.
Hen, we need your opinion here.
Yeah, he's muted. He's speaking, but he's muted. But
So
we've got
it
the
looks-
moose on.
I don't know, maybe
Oh,
I'm-
someone in the chat. Sorry, I'm gonna go back to there's a lot going on right now. Someone in the chat just said, "Wait, Gil-galad sees the meteor, so that's why he warns Numenor about Sauron."
Ooh.
Wow,
Very
wow,
interesting.
wow.
Okay.
I'm into
That
it.
makes sense.
I think
it
so
does not
too.
make sense that Sauron's the one in the meteor. That's. I'll, you know
But
what, I'll say it's dumb.
or it's just he doesn't necessarily have to be. It just it just has to be a sign of a shadow rising and a new
Yes.
darkness. That's all it has to be.
It can still be a blue wizard.
Yes. I
I'd say
agree.
I'm not the biggest fan of Markella's the way her hobbit looks. I think she has way too much makeup. It doesn't look natural to me at all. And my first thought here was Mr. Tumnus from the Chronicles of Narnia.
I actually thought the exact same thing. I thought those were horn. I
Yeah,
thought this was Narnia crossover.
yeah.
But I
and-
mean,
Yeah, like
looking over
elf.
it again, it's better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Although I do agree, she's a little bit too. She's got like too much makeup on,
Yeah.
especially because like she looks like she's dirty. Other than that, so it's not
Yeah.
she's really dirty, but she's also taken the time to put makeup on. So
It's also the lighting. It's an interestingly lit scene.
yeah, it's pretty lit.
It is lit.
It is lit. Okay, so we have climbing the wall.
Man, we see orcs.
Do we
Okay,
see?
so just
Sorry.
One,
where,
one,
where
one
did
thought.
where did we see orcs?
At about like the 48-minute mark, it's where you see that guy in golden armor screaming.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
see
it's
like
okay.
the ears and like
Yes.
a little bit of skin. But,
Got
like,
you.
you know it's orcs.
Okay.
It does look
Not-
like the armor that they had at Helm's Deep, vaguely a little bit more rough and
Mm-hmm.
jagged, but similar.
Can I just say the guy in the golden armor, the one battling the orc or whatever, he seems to be wearing the same armor as Galadriel is here. So that
Yeah.
makes me think he's somebody who accompanied her
Mm-hmm.
on the journey. So could maybe he potentially be Finrod?
Ooh, he could be.
He kind of looks like he's watching someone die right in front of him too. Like you can see the way he's screaming because he's fighting an orc, and he's pretty close to him, but he's like yelling and looking somewhere off in the distance. So
Mm-hmm.
that's probably important.
Okay. So yeah. Because I
I-
think this
I would-
is the same armor, basically.
I'm just gonna say, at one point we had over 1,000 people in here, and this has been lovely. Thank you everyone for joining us and for sticking with us even through the technical issues that we tend to have on this show. But this is really lovely, and I'm thrilled to be spending this time with each and every one of you.
Are we at the dwarf part yet?
Let's get to the dwarfs. All right, this is an emotional
We're
Owain
out.
Arthur.
I love it. He looks great.
Look at how the mustache kind of curls up.
Mhm.
I'm loving the beard. I still don't know what is around his neck, and it's kind of throwing me off. But I like that he doesn't really care too much about his hair because he's a man of business.
Yes,
and work ethic.
yes.
And he doesn't have time for brushing. But
Looks a little
before
depressed,
we
though.
come back, can we please? We need to talk about the elephant in the room. Can you go to the Song of Lament
Yes.
picture? I think it should be a little bit further.
Yeah, just after that.
Oh,
Okay,
there's
we'll just call it out like it is. She does not have a neck beard.
Okay.
Now
Okay,
she
not
might
neck
have the
beard, but
longer
possibly-
sideburns, which is
yeah.
completely acceptable. But at the end of the day, that beard is not gonna make or break her character. And I'm hoping for some stunning musical performances from them. But now that I've said my piece, notice she has the gold on her hands. I got the gold on mine. I came
Hello.
fully decked out, ready to go for you folks. Now let's go back to Owain Arthur as Doran the
We
best.
we got Durin the Eighth here with us embarking.
Look at that, guys. What are those faces in the background on the behind his right shoulder? There's like two of them toppled over.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Yeah, they look like masks or
Oh
sculptures or
wow.
something.
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
Kind of
know.
disturbing, I'll say.
It almost looks
Yeah.
like troll faces or big orc or goblin faces. They kept them as like a trophy.
Well, dwarves.
No,
are
I think the
sculpted,
left
obviously.
one, the left one looks to me like a mask of a dwarf, but the right one, the one that's a bit further down, that one looks a bit scary. Yeah, it could be like an orc or something.
He does
But
look pretty
the
sad.
first one looks like it has a sort of a beard.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Wonder
he may be
what the
watching
context of the
Disa
scene is.
sing her song of lament, and that's why he's tearing
Yeah.
up. Because that's what's going to happen to me when I hear it.
Yes.
Oh, but he's kind of looking up. Maybe he's looking at the meteor or something. But I don't really see why he'd be sad at that.
No, I think Walking is right. He may be listening to his wifey singing, so she's probably standing a bit higher, and it's said that it's supposed to be a lament, so that's why he's sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
maybe
just
this
love
is his
dwarves,
father's.
dog. Some guy in the chat just said, they also looked great on like the boulder when they were destroying it or whatever it was, that rock formation, that they looked great there too.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking about these scenes with the dwarves, I feel like they stole the trailer. I think they're top piece in it, just like they were in the images, and that's no bias. I just think that they look the most iconic, and right now are the thing that stands out most. And every time I'm reading these comments about the dwarves, and I keep getting goosebumps. Like, I love this.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Yeah.
I think I
this?
agree.
I don't know, but this
This
is.
is-
Sorry, go ahead, Hen.
Isn't this Ismail again?
Sorry,
Oh,
who?
look at that.
Oh, look, they're crushing
Multiple dwarves
rocks.
in that shot.
What's
This
this?
is emotional. This is emotional.
Yeah, who is that?
This is intense. I'm gonna tell you right
Somebody
now.
losing a war.
This is an intense.
Could this
scene.
be Finrod?
This looks like. I
Short
think
hair, please don't let it be Finrod.
Kieran, Karan, I'm reading your slander. You stop that.
you know
Actually,
who we
the-
didn't see.
Yeah.
You know who we didn't see. We didn't see Farazan. We didn't see Isildur. We didn't see Elendil.
That's right. No Númenórean characters.
Adar?
We didn't see Adar.
Who are these two men?
That's what I
Oh,
was saying when we were zooming
look
through
at
the
that.
doors, like you guys always do. Look at all those extra characters.
They look pretty epic. I will say those doors look pretty epic.
is that a horn?
Oh yeah, they look epic.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
kind
it
of at a
is. It
loss.
looks like a horn, possibly a drinking horn or something.
Hmm.
I
And
don't.
we're gonna see Casa Doom at its peak. Like, look at this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't know what's going on here.
That's somebody trying to
Yeah.
escape someplace. He got a chain
Oh,
around his
could
ankle.
it be the guy who is with Galadriel?
No, he's got
Like-
longer hair.
He has longer hair.
He might
I-
not hear.
Ah, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
I
May-
thought of that.
Yes,
But I
looks
don't.
like if it's not Ismail, that looks like
No, it's not.
who's the Terran something was his name.
Oh, Alex Theron. I don't think so. I don't see it.
Good. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm completely lost
Yeah.
regarding
Yeah.
this character.
Yes, Kieran,
And
you're right.
here-
It kind of does show Durin's youth when he is around all those older dwarves. That's a good observation.
Very good point. Yeah, very good point.
Okay, very nice.
But earlier he called him short, so I don't want to keep calling on him.
Yes.
Didn't we see a hammer hitting the forge? I believe so.
We did. Let me grab that. Yes, there we are. Is this Durin with the
think
hammer?
so.
Yep.
I would say so.
The muscular arms and everything.
Yes.
The armor looks very. There's a lot of
Honestly-
armor in there.
Honestly, dwarves look epic. Like, look at these guys here. They look
They
No
look
sleeves.
fantastic.
He's got
It's like
that nice
guy.
pyramid bump up armor, no sleeves going, awesome reddish orange beard. I'm liking like the little bracer type items around his wrists. Like these, this is just so cool.
This is cool. This is
Is there? I can't really see because it's not max size for me. But of the 3 doors behind him on this screen, the
Mhm.
one all the way to the left, according to us, is there something on the bottom left, kind of above the Prime Video logo?
Yeah, it looks like horn.
I can't
Not
tell.
the horn, to the left of that.
Yeah,
I can't
he's-
tell if that's a shadow type
he's
thing
holding-
and
he's
his
Oh,
jewelry showing through, or if that's like a person.
It's a horn.
I think it's no, to the
It's a
left
person
of the horn.
approaching.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
person
right where you just
approaching.
had your mouse up there.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something.
It's like somebody ducking down.
Yes, that's what I think, certainly.
Maybe they're wearing one of those awful looking scary masks.
It's a little creepy.
Ooh,
It's a
Looks
little.
more
I-
like a veil, but okay.
It's a little.
You are right. This is a very shadowy figure, like figure that is in a shadow
Creepy.
somehow.
Very creepy.
Forging the doors of Durin? I don't think so, not yet.
No, but I think yeah, that's another thing we didn't see
We're
Celebrimbor.
gonna see that.
We did not see
Yeah.
Celebrimbor.
You know, I'd yell about it again, but my voice is absolutely fried. So
It's okay. We feel you. We feel you.
Who is this
the
guy?
pain of
I think
Celebrimbor
he's
not
an
being
elf.
in it is deeper than yelling.
I think
Really?
this
I
is
would.
an elf.
Is this an
Is
elf?
Is this
All right,
Celebrimbor?
20 years.
Did
Is
we
Point
talk about
here.
the scene with the Meteor Man and fire? We did not yet.
No. We
Could
should.
this be Celebrimbor?
Are those pointy ears?
Yeah, I think
Those
they
ears
are.
are
They are
pointy.
kind of pointy, I would say.
He's definitely an elf because, as Liquidia, was it you that pointed out the armor's Galadriel's or the same type as Galadriel's?
No, that was a different
I did it
scene.
for this scene.
Different
yeah,
scene.
but on this scene, I think it's very elven-like armor. Yeah.
Is it or is it Numenorian?
Well, if you look at
Well,
the
we
elbow
haven't seen
specifically,
it.
it's exactly the same as Galadriel's.
Well, I'm just
It's got
looking. I'm looking at his ear, and I'm not really seeing
Yeah.
a pointed ear.
Are you able to
That's
zoom in
true.
on that a little bit?
Yeah.
But I think that could be just because the ears in this are pointed backwards pretty sharply, so
That could be.
that could be
yeah,
why.
that could be.
Because of the angle.
Yeah, that could be. But
If
this
that
is
looks good, we will get to that.
this is intense. I will say right now, this is an intense moment.
Could this be Leon Wadham?
Yes, it could be.
Match.
I'm like, it could
Pointy
be, but
ear.
it's not. You know, it's not very clear.
Yeah, it's not. It's. I'm gonna go back a little bit here. Just one sec. That is Daniel Wayman.
Yes, that is Daniel Wayman.
Yeah.
With a long mane of hair and a long beard.
And this is a
Bushy beard.
this is a crash a crash site. There is some
Now, we had a rumor that this type of scene might be where the nudity would have been in the show if there was going to be nudity. You know, when he hits the ground after coming out of the meteor, you know, he wouldn't be wearing anything, but it definitely looks like he has something on here.
Yeah, which is kind of unrealistic because come on, like a loincloth isn't gonna like stay on in all that fire.
maybe he's
And
put
he
it on
looks
after.
Like he's got a decent.
Yeah,
beard on him.
like this whole
Nothing
scene is a
behind
bit.
it.
Oh, idea.
And
Yeah.
also, I feel like the Hobbit there, assuming that's a Hobbit, should also be dead. But I mean,
Yeah, I think it has to be a hobbit. It's quite small, quite a
This
small
yeah.
person, I would say.
is for sure Markella Kavanagh or
definitely.
or Megan Richards, because this has been confirmed in the Vanity Fair article that these two hobbits, Markella Kavanagh and Megan Richards' character, find this mystery man. So I'm thinking this is the scene,
And
as we've also
Yeah.
reported.
I'll also say that this scene is very different, but there is a there's a resemblance between this scene. So there's some kind of link between these scenes.
Yeah, I think this is the beginning of the friendship, and what we're seeing right now is the, I don't know, the culmination.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Also, his hands look really in bad shape here. They're bloody, they're
Yeah.
dirty. So I'm thinking this is shortly after that, possibly. So maybe I was
But
wrong.
he's clothed now. He has clothes on at this point.
Ah, okay. And they do look like really, tribal sort of clothing that these hobbits might have made in a rush, because obviously they don't have clothes that would fit somebody his size. So they just had to.
Another thing
Yeah, it
is
kind of looks like a blanket, honestly, like a very big blanket made into like a shirt or something.
It looks like somebody needs to practice their crochet more.
Ken, what did you say?
Don't be a wizard. Don't be a wizard. Please don't be a wizard.
I'm
But who then? Who could this
Yeah.
person be coming on a meteor and surviving it? Like, who can this be?
He
don't
definitely
know.
doesn't look like a blue wizard.
Yet
That's not
he doesn't
Blue
look like a
Wizard
blue
body,
wizard
and
yet.
If that is Meteor Man, that body type is definitely not Jeffrey Bezos. So my prediction was wrong.
I don't know. Personally, I thought that the
Well-
blue wizards in this, especially, were going to be probably maybe Asian or something. I don't know why. Well, I guess that actually makes sense, or just not white like this guy. And just the hair. He kind of looks like Beorn, honestly. Not necessarily
Okay.
like a Hobbit,
Beorling,
because he was
yeah.
he had like a pretty interesting
Yeah.
wild look, but
I think it's pretty safe
just
to
doesn't
say
look like
this
a
is
wizard.
not. Sorry for cutting in.
I agree with
Um,
James McConnell or McCall, who keeps saying, "Be a wizard, be a wizard, be a wizard."
Me too. Me too.
Sorry,
I
and
think it's
I'm there.
at least safe to say that he's not Glorfindel.
I think you're right about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Someone in the chat just brought up, are they going to show Valinor, which is
Yeah, it's
an
not
excellent
obvious.
point. We didn't get that shot of Valinor that we got. So there's a lot of things here that we can look forward to seeing in the next teaser. There's a lot of things we did not see that we expected to see. So something to look forward to.
Absolutely no Eregion.
No Eregion, no real Numenor, no Valinor.
Well, yeah, we did get that one fabulous establishing shot of Numenor. We
The
didn't
establishing
get this
shot.
sort of establishing shot of any other place,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is interesting. Just maybe the aerial view of that forest
Mm-hmm.
clearing, which was beautiful.
There's also the big
On the shores of the sea.
the big sweeping
It
shot with
seems.
the two nomads. This one is quite scenic.
Mm.
Ooh. That's actually a very cool looking environment.
It's
Mm.
it's
I don't know
different.
where it would be.
It's different
It
from the
doesn't look
films.
entirely real, but necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'd say,
Well-
I'm back now. So what I'd say in general is that what it looks like is Amazon have chosen 3 or 4 big things from episodes 1 and 2 to draw on. So that's going to be the Helcaraxia passing. That's going to be Galadriel passing over to Numenor through the Sea Raft. Is going to be Meteor Man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the third one, and I've forgotten the fourth one off the top of my head. So mainly the show focuses in on those 3 main things, and also the Robert Aramayo on the dwarven sets.
He looked great
Super-
there, by the way, too. He looked fantastic.
Yeah,
there.
it looks
one thing,
Yeah, I agree.
at the start of the pictures came out, I was not convinced by Robert Aramayo, but there it did look a bit better. And Hen,
Looked a
And
lot better.
we
you know where
our
he is right
next
there?
next week's reveal. Week's going to be now endurance scene, because that's all it's gonna have to be. But
Yes.
overall,
I was watching it and I was like, oh man.
yeah. So yeah, what's your
Okay.
opinions? We've got meteor scene and that endurance scene in the trailer. But no Adar,
No
no
Adar.
Celebrimbor, no Pharazon, Elendil, Isildur,
No
No
Valinor. No Valinor.
no Valinor. So it looks like Amazon have been really specific, and I think at the same time we have to remember this was probably for the larger audiences. This was probably for not maybe because it's shown at the Super Bowl. Because I'm sure if it wasn't shown at the Super Bowl, maybe it would have had different things. But for example, like realistically, would we really need Ismael Cruz Cordova catching an arrow in a trailer?
hey,
Yes,
can I
yes.
talk about one more thing in the
Yes.
trailer?
Yes, please do.
Well,
Chobel in our Discord has pointed out that in that rock breaking scene, if you pause it between where it goes from, I guess, the Ismail jumping and Durin, it looks like a completely different character behind the rocks. Like it's not Durin.
Yeah, they didn't cut 2 pictures, I presume. But wait a minute, let's look.
Yeah, like keep going a little bit. That character is not Durin.
Are you sure?
Let's-
The beard certainly looks like it is.
It looks, yeah, because it's a ginger ninja.
Go a
Well,
little bit
the-
further till the rocks are broke.
But the beard and the armor, that's the armor he was wearing in that poster.
I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
you on that.
He's saying
But
that
go back,
person
just
shown
a smidge.
afterwards is not him.
Yeah, there's an intercut. There's a quick shot that's intercut.
I can't get to it. It's too
I'm
quick.
not
Yeah,
sure.
I
Yeah,
know what
screenshot.
you mean. Yeah.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it difficult?
I also saw it now. I don't think that is the same person. There's definitely an intercut scene there.
Yeah, I think they flipped something there. That definitely does not look like him to me. That nose doesn't scream him, and I don't see the super reddish hair. The face looks a little skinnier.
Someone.
Would it be Narvi?
I was
don't
just
know.
gonna say
Maybe.
someone in the chat said Narvi, and that would be awesome.
Oh, okay.
If it is Narvi, Mira, I'm gonna love you for forever because
Yes.
that would be so cool.
Yes. Yeah. This is giving me all the emotions already. I'm already feeling this scene, and I
This
don't.
is
Also,
giving me
Oh,
all the confusion.
I just realized also something. I mean, it could be just me looking too much into it, but the first shot that we see of this is kind of like the last shot of the Return of the King ship going, into the distance.
Yes, you mean
Oh, okay.
yes.
The ship is very different, though. It's very
Yeah, of course.
almost like an Isildur ship. Which actually makes sense if they're colonizing, but yeah.
It looks great, and there's the white-blue aesthetic
Yes, you can see it in here.
on the
Absolutely.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And also premonition of the fire of the.
Sorry to interrupt quickly, but Carl, could you go to the scene of Will Fletcher in the battle?
Is that Will Fletcher?
Will
The one where
Fletcher.
he's losing.
Will Fletcher.
Typical.
Will Fletcher in the battle. So we have some exclusive breaking news live. No one else on
Wow.
the stream has heard this. So Carl, tell me on that.
It's on. Yeah.
That is Finrod being played by Will Fletcher,
Wow.
which means that is a first stage battle, it looks like. That's the
Oh.
exclusive
Who
breaking
called
news I've
it?
been able to get.
Yeah.
Does he take an L?
Yeah, well, most likely, but yeah, that is Finrod.
Wow.
With short hair. This is
Silly elves.
heartbreaking.
I'm okay with that.
You know, somehow I always I didn't see when I think about it, I
that
didn't see
is
Finrod with the
Finrod.
long hair.
Well, now I'm super excited to see this live. That's gonna be
Right?
so cool watching him lose.
Hey,
There's
I
Matt.
like the dwarves, but stay away from Finrod, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. And he was the friend of the dwarf, so
Yes.
stop hating.
Exactly.
Matt, did you hear the breaking news?
I heard it just before I glitched.
Okay.
But wow. I'm wondering, could this be in that one scene with Tollin Garhoth?
Mm-hmm.
Potentially. With I wonder if we might even hear that a little bit of that music battle.
That would be cool.
Oh, could be. Okay, so how many people do you have? Yeah, could be. Get them getting perhaps. I don't think it is, but it could be them getting trapped by, captured by Sauron's forces. Could be.
This is scary. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is a scary scene, and it makes me wanna.
The emotion in this scene is really, really good.
I can see it. Like I
One
can
of
feel
the
it.
one of the peak points of the trailer for me.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
It's. There's a lot of armor in this. It's
There
weird.
is. Yeah.
Like they're really covered in it. They're really like in suits of it.
Yes. Yes.
Interesting.
Very
interesting
interesting.
choice. I mean, it's cool.
It's very cool.
Hey, can I just
It
say
looks
something?
like Mordred from John Berman's Excalibur.
From Excalibur, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys know that I'm doing this Discord, another stream, YouTube chat for other places, YouTube chat here, and I'm seeing a lot of negative comments that are kind of like crossing a line elsewhere.
Mhm.
I want to say to our chat on YouTube, thank you guys tremendously. The overwhelming majority of you have been very respectful, and
Yeah.
it's made it very easy on us to continue to watch what's going on and comment on it, and I appreciate you guys big time.
Yeah. This has been a really very great discussion, and considering we have 20,000 playbacks and we had over 1,000 concurrent viewers at one point, we're doing really well here. This is nice, guys. Thanks for making this the community that it should be.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
Will Fletcher as Finrod is just blown up. 55 likes, 21 retweets. So yeah, this
Fantastic.
must be this has to be from the prologue scene then. The
Mm,
prologue.
that would be
That
great.
I think that does make sense because another exclusive that you might as well reveal right now is don't worry guys, it's nothing, too big, but going into the first few episodes, it's going to seem like as if the orcs are gone. Then it's a surprise that the orcs have come back.
Hmm.
So that is what it seems like. So this does make sense. And the first orcs we're seeing here is
Oh,
in.
I'm just gonna say someone in the chat pointed out that this explosion that's happening in the top
Could
right
be.
hand corner could be a Balrog.
No, I
Ooh.
think it's of the sun flame more to the point, but yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
That would be crazy.
that would be crazy.
Wow.
Let me see if we can. Is that an explosion or is it a fiery beast? Hard to say. Hard
Could
to
just
say.
be the dwarf.
We're getting
showing up.
ice. We're getting a lot of ice. I'm just watching through the thing.
Yes. A Balrog or a dragon, perhaps?
It's cool. It's important to get other looking new visuals, and the ice is certainly one. Also the sea
Yes.
here and the thing.
Yeah. Oh, someone just told me a very good point here.
I'd like to just point out as well. We've seen a good minute of this.
Yeah.
We still don't know a lot. There's a lot unanswered. They've shown us a lot without showing us anything. So
I
it's
know.
still kind of hard to judge everything in context.
Yeah.
I'd also
there's
like
really
to say
almost
the fact
nothing
I
we can
haven't
actually
seen
judge.
anybody complain about the music lets me know that the music was good enough to keep you in the scene without being overshadowing the actual shots we're looking at.
That's a good point. I'm not.
Yeah, they're not recognizable themes. or
Yeah,
anything.
I'm not super
just
thrilled
like
about the music,
chords.
but yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the music is not crazy, but it's okay. I have to say, I've been watching this scene with the battle at 0.25. It does seem like like a creature, humanoid, and then there's flame, and then it shuts down in the form of a humanoid shadow.
Yeah.
So I think this could be. We cannot know for certain, of course, but this definitely could be a Balrog.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there's a strong possibility there because it doesn't look like an explosion.
So people also said in chat that this could be taller Seiya at the beginning, but I'm pretty sure like we have blue and gold, and there's the symbol of the sun.
And
Yeah.
there's Minotama in the background. Yeah. my first,
So I think like this is definitely. Yeah, all
My-
the ships are also like in that same color scheme, so this has to be Numenor.
This is Numenor for sure. The color scheme and everything and like you said, Meneltarma and
yeah. My first thinking at the moment of seeing it was that it is an elven city, but no, it's definitely Numenor.
yeah.
The one thing that does confuse me a bit is the statue that seems somehow elven, but Elros,
Yeah.
Half elven, yeah,
so
sure.
half elven and all that. So yeah, I think it fits. And of course, the mountain in the background. So this should
Just
be
one thing
Numenor.
I would say about this Finrod, because Finrod is literally blowing up right now. This leads to what battle in the first stage could this be? And
Battle of the Sun and Flame, I think.
yeah,
Sudden
I think-
Flame.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
around Adar, before we continue any further, if maybe a few of other Galadriel's brothers might die at some points at the end of second age, it might be shown in a prologue to give context around Adar. But I'm really surprised that we haven't seen Adar in this first trailer. It's a really interesting thing.
It'll
Be
be
nice to.
It'll be interesting to see what we see in the next teaser.
Yeah.
More of Numenor,
I think
maybe
Celebrimbor's needed.
more of Celebrimbor. Yeah.
Yeah, we would have known if we'd seen him because we know who's playing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I had to place my bets right now after having seen the trailer, my guess now is that the meteor guy is in fact Gandalf. His whole appearance with the longish hair and with the lush beard, that's the Gandalf that we know. His budding friendship with the hobbits,
Mm.
I think I wouldn't be. I don't want this to be Gandalf. I really don't want this to be Gandalf. But unfortunately, I'm really.
What
I,
about the
I
whole thing with him attacking hobbits, though?
Perhaps it's wrong, or perhaps
no. We had
You
the
could have
we
been
had the
confused.
no. We had the info that Sauron was attacking the hobbits. We had the
Oh,
info
okay.
that this meteor guy was saved by the hobbits, but the one attacking the hobbits, I believe, was Sauron.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I'd be tempted to agree, except he just looks kind of jacked. Honestly, he looks
Yeah,
pretty
but
muscular, which
I
is,
think I will say
yeah,
I,
Amazon could make Gandalf a gym buff, but
I'll say I will right at this point I will attribute that to the lighting, the harsh shadows and the bright highlights will accentuate a lot of that contrast. So I'll chalk that up to that for now. But that's an interesting point.
yeah, it could be.
Yeah. I think Meteor Man in general is the biggest thing from this trailer by far. And Amazon have paid a lot of attention to Meteor Man and
Yeah.
this person. I think it's literally the last shot. It's the thumbnail as well of their all their videos, and they paid a lot of attention to that. And I think it is the most inciting enigma of the season. And honestly, my bet right now is that it's Sauron. Crazy as it seems, that's where I'm at currently. Because we do know from what we revealed, he might be quite evil, maybe not a villain at first, but happens down the line. Because remember, I think how Talking Tube said it, who might need to leave soon. He has amnesia of some sort. He forgets why he's there. The Harfoots help him out. Then maybe he, just like that, realizes that. All right, yeah, and I think that is going to be one of the interesting plot lines of season 1. So it's really interesting. Amazon have gone with that straight away in the first. Also, no.
Can I just say, while we're on the topic, I think that the way he's dressed, it looks really close to the picture of Gandalf with his pipe that I've just sent to our chat, which is one of his
Yeah.
typical outfits. I think it
Gandalf's
looks really,
gray.
really close to that.
I see a comment saying that hobbits
Yeah,
seem
he
to have
has
too
that
much
part
importance in this trailer.
on the hand.
Too much importance in this trailer?
That's what the chat is saying, that the hobbits look like they have too much importance. I'd point out again, we don't really have context around any of these. They're in a cool little shot early on, and then it ends with what looks like an older man abducting a child. When they're holding hands.
I don't know.
So I wouldn't say there's too much importance.
Trigger warning. I also there's that plus we haven't seen any of Numenor, and I think a lot of the show is going to center around Numenor. So I think centering this teaser around something other than Numenor was actually a really interesting choice, because the next thing we should see will be Numenor.
Really, to me, it looked like it was mostly about Galadriel, who's going to be in Numenor. So.
Yep.
And the answer for all this is simply put is first 2 episodes. This is probably this isn't a trailer for season 1. It's a trailer for the first 2 episodes, JAB and his episodes, from what it looks like. Numenor, probably Pharazôn, Miriel, Isildur. We probably won't be seeing them in the first 2 episodes. This is not confirmed, but it's quite unlikely. Once Halbrand and Galadriel make it to Numenor, then we'll probably see them, which is why they gave us an establishing shot, but we haven't seen the throne room, we haven't seen anything like that, because it's not in the first 2 episodes, and this was basically a trailer, as most trailers are, for the early bit of the season. So I think that does make sense, and why we know the first episode from Vanity Fair is clearly Galadriel is going around her past, is trying to, take out the, I think, quote, last remnants of evil, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
So I think that is why we probably haven't seen Numenor. But of course, I personally wanted to see Numenor a bit more. But I can understand if it is that explanation that I've just given, why it isn't. It is in the end of the world. We probably will see it in a future trailer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm gonna expand with, could the explosion scene be the forging of one of the rings?
That's another interesting point. We didn't see anything ring related in this trailer.
Yeah. Really nice.
I mean,
point.
Taran hit that piece of concrete pretty hard, though.
Can I just interrupt with something? So, I don't know if it's a big deal, but the scene of Gil-galad, when the meteor is sweeping around.
So
The scene of Gil-galad is on the same place where the Council of the Elves is happening. So it's the exact same place, just during the night.
you just have a revelation.
Lakiti, what happened?
No, I just like the shot with the person removing Galadriel's hair. That's not like just being gentle or caressing her, but it's checking her ears. It's like, oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Oh,
you're an elf.
yeah.
True.
Nice. Nice.
Gotta double check the prosthetics before you record.
Okay. So that makes it a lot less weird than I thought it was.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Well, very
Maybe
well
is that
spotted.
Their first meeting. Well done, Lakiti.
Very
that
well
could be their
spotted.
First meeting.
Yeah.
Already on high seas, but yeah.
That's cool.
K1181 who hates me says Meteor Man has to be Sauron before he takes his Anatar form.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Well, I mean, that
I
could
haven't
be
heard
his
anything,
Anatar
but
form.
That's what is.
I think it is
I'd
the
like
most
it to
sound
be.
theory.
That's the least stupid option,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
And I think going back to the thing with Lakitia said, that could be the introduction scene,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No,
Absolutely.
No, it's later in the journey. They're already on the high seas. I think they're talking for a
Maybe
while.
there
and
was
then-
a shipwreck on the boat, and they find they're the last two survivors of a shipwreck, and that's how they
Yes,
find each other.
yes.
She realizes that maybe Galadriel secretly goes on this ship from Middle Earth to Numenor, but only men are on it, for example, humans. Then there's a shipwreck, and then he finds out when he saves Galadriel, but then he finds out, wait, you're an elf. I think that is what's probably the context around that scene.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
Yeah,
or that shot.
I think we see during the third. Do we think that one of these dwarves looking over the Russian scene is the Pahadur?
Oh, maybe. Let me.
I don't think it is, because you'd expect them to look very much alike, and then I don't think any one of them looks too much like Owain's.
Let me.
But yes, could that be him right there?
It could be. It
Could
could
be.
be.
To the right with that magnificent beard braided towards the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. It could be for sure.
Sorry, I missed the question. Do we think who could be what?
Wondering if any of these background dwarves are Durin 3.
Oh, okay, so Peter Mullen presumably, or
Someone like that. Yeah.
Presumably, but yeah, let's not get too. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you would assume he'd look like an older version of Owain Arthur's. Like,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he won't be ginger anymore, he'll be white, but still, same, I guess, same kind of features, similar looking beard, possibly.
Yeah.
I would expect the ruling king to be a little bit more decorated, like ornaments in his beard and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which none of these three lovely dwarven gentlemen seem
That's
to be
one of
having.
the reasons
Mhm.
why I tend to think that's not
Could
him.
the Elrond scene be him with the dwarves?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
I believe it
Yeah,
could
yeah.
be. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So there's
Like
some
during-
there's some action going on in the
Yes.
background here. It
No,
looks,
it's not. It's not. They are cheersing, like, you know. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, you're right. They're celebrating.
yeah. Yeah.
Also,
that-
his I will say in this shot, his costume looks fantastic.
They
Yeah, he
look
looks
like
really
cool
wings
here.
or something,
The wings,
right?
the wings are very cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm still not a fan of the hair.
Elendil, shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
I
okay.
think
Vinculot.
Mm. But yeah, those are
Uh,
dwarves in the background. I'm ready to bet.
That's
Yeah,
what I was saying
they
earlier,
are.
but you guys don't listen to me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mark.
I'm just playing. I mean, I figured we were going on too much about dwarves at that point.
Or not
That-
enough.
I do not like that little face you're circling. That's
Mm.
You don't like
looks
that?
like he's very frustrated.
Oh yeah, he's lost. He's lost here. So he's lost something.
That's before he goes walking out in the hot field getting all sweaty and gets his hair slicked back.
He's not in the Shire anymore.
Folks, I have to step away for a little bit.
Fire King, thank you.
Mhm.
I will be back as soon as I'm off of the other one.
Sounds
So,
good.
Hopefully,
Yes, sir.
you guys are
See you
still
soon.
Have fun.
Hope it goes
Right
well.
back.
Hope it goes well.
Can we pause at the scene with the forest clearing? You know, the golden forest above a river, or that one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the gold is a bit overpowering. It's fair to say.
Yeah. It's too.
So
Oh, is it too saturated?
It is, but trailers tend to have very, very different color palettes than the finished product. They tend generally to be more saturated
Yeah.
than the real.
We're also looking on this on a computer screen and not a television screen. I'll
Yeah.
just make sure everyone keeps
That's
that in
also
mind.
true, yeah.
Can I say that regardless of all that, I absolutely adore this scene. I think it looks spectacular. What with all the golden birch trees.
Mm-hmm.
I think we also might have heard something about this sort of scene, haven't we? I think we had it in one of our leaks regarding the elven sets,
Mm-hmm.
which was some sort of a forest clearing or atop of a cliff overlooking the rest of the forest. Although seeing here, it looks like there's a river down there as well. Obviously, there's a waterfall.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like a sort of a ceremony or something.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's Linden, you'd expect that to be the sea. Interesting choice.
Yeah.
But it's definitely an important place because, as I said, like we see this, and then we see Gil-galad on the same place when he's looking at the meteor.
Yeah.
There's the same prevalence of water that we kind of associate with Rivendell. Waterfalls everywhere and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
It's as if all power was signing his name.
and I'm not sure if you'd be happy by this, but a lot of people are noticing in that, if Carl, you could go back to that Finrod picture, that does look a lot like Peter Jackson's armor.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The orcs as well. Yeah, there's a lot of
but
of
they're elves though.
yeah.
So, I think this is a thing a lot of people are noticing right now. Very
The helmets are a bit weird to me. Like they remind. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. It's just unexpected to see it on elves because they kind of remind me of, I don't know, Roman helms or something like that.
Mm.
I mean, just like a
Yes.
personal impression, but overall, I like this whole shot a lot. Except the helmets are not that.
What
Interesting.
scenes on screen right now?
Finrod.
The Finrod one.
Yeah, it's
The
really
thing that
interesting.
actually goes from Jackson in this is the orc blades. They look like Urukai blades.
Oh, good point. Very good point.
Not the usual Urukai blades, the Berserker ones from Helm's Deep. The whole shot looks very Helm's Deep. There's rain, it's dark.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting choice. And since it's first age, it actually doesn't need to look too much like. I mean, it doesn't need to look like the Linden armor or something.
Yeah, I'm just going to reiterate for anyone who did not hear, we've just
We'll see.
confirmed that this is in fact Finrod. And this is an exclusive as of 15 minutes ago.
It's
Someone says black sword, guys. Mario, do you see the black sword at some point?
Sorry, Strider and Fellowship were talking at the same time just now, so maybe.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
weird.
can't hear Strider, my bad. I don't mute.
Okay, no worries.
And I just said that a certain Mario said that black sword guy. So I just asked, like, did he see it in the trailer somewhere?
I did not see that. Did anyone else see that? Unless you think is he holding this blade? Is that what they're saying?
Ooh, that would confirm Finrod is a Dar theory.
Yes, it would.
Can we check it?
The what? The sword? Let me
Uh-huh.
let me have a look at it. Really high res.
Yeah, please
As much as
please
I mean,
do.
it's 1080p. I'm not sure it's the same sword.
I don't think it is.
No.
I mean, I don't know though.
It could be. We cannot definitely say that it's not. So
Yeah.
it could be.
Yeah, but you don't prove things by as long as it's not proven not to
No.
be this.
Of course.
We're not proving, we're just speculating, but I think
Yeah, sure. I'm just
I
know.
think it could be. I mean, it would be a weird choice for Finrod to have a black sword.
At this point, for sure, yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you take a look at Adar's sword, I mean, it does look it does look gothic, but it like the hilt to me, it looks like it could be elven.
Could be.
The one thing I think, look here, this blade is would be pretty wide near the hilt, and Adar's, which I don't have in front of me at the moment, is.
I can send it. Hold on.
Yeah. Is it?
Ugh.
Oh, wunderbar.
I will say what
pretty
if
wide,
what
yeah, so that doesn't really help.
is it possible? Is it possible that he's
Although that crossguard is huge, and you would expect it to see it here.
That's
because
true.
It's being obstructed in the shot, but you'd expect to see it kind of poking, because the Adar one is huge. The crossguard is.
Well, can you really tell where the armor ends and the
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to see that like 4 minutes now, but it's very hard to see it. I think it's just completely hidden by the orc, who seems to be like pushing like this.
I
Can we
also
tell
think
what
it's
the orcs look like? We don't have any close-up, right, for orcs?
no, and they have helmets on, but they're orcs. I mean, like you can see the orc ears and stuff.
Yeah, they
Yeah, sure.
Well,
I'm just
you can
wondering-
see one orc's face actually, like from this side. Like you can see. I think they look quite similar to what we were hoping for.
Oh,
Sure.
Like
definitely,
so far.
definitely, yeah, definitely.
I'm still like, this guy looks like Ewan McGregor to me, more so than he does Will Fletcher.
I can see that. I can definitely see
Okay, now that you said it, I can't
Yeah.
unsee it. Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but he also reminds me of Paul Bettany.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I can
thank
see that
you
too.
again.
Mhm.
Yes,
I can
thank
see
you for
that too.
these things.
Mm.
It's like when I was first watching An Unexpected Journey, I kept on looking at Martin Freeman and thinking, that's Richard Hammond.
Oh, okay.
And it took me like an hour to get over it.
Interesting. See what's going on in the chat here. The orcs look like Gundabad orcs. Yeah. Yeah, they don't look like
What if Finrod is a Sith Lord?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be one sick lightsaber.
we don't have any
That's
information
a good
about Dylan Smith. No, we don't. We're not sure about Dylan Smith yet.
No, but he was among the 23 actors whose pictures were released,
That's
like
right.
their hands.
Yeah, so
And by process of elimination, I think we can quite safely say that he is most likely the person with the staff.
yeah. Yeah, with the staff that had the little
Yeah,
talon
fang
or something in it. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
talon. Yeah.
Bang.
I don't know, fang, talon, something, bony. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Please
Yes,
don't take
yes.
anything
yes.
I say seriously.
It's getting late for some of us here.
Yeah, for some of you.
Yeah. Someone is saying someone is saying can we someone's saying they believe it's rumored that Halbrand may be a descendant of the Rohirrim. Do we have anything to say about that?
Like an ancestor, not descendant.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've speculated a bit about that, given the sword shape and everything. Yeah, I've heard theories that he could be somebody who's bringing this sort of aesthetic from Numenor to Middle Earth, to the Northmen. Because something that's weird about that sword to me is that there's a seahorse on it, which would be a really, really weird choice for somebody originating somewhere in the north of Middle Earth, somewhere
Is this
between
the
the.
opposite? She's of a horse. In
Yeah,
the...
it's a horse tilted hilt.
Yeah, but
Um,
there is a picture description, yeah, and that says horse zeros.
Oh,
True.
okay.
Someone in the chat.
then my
There's a few people in the chat actually bringing up Barahir, and if this is the scene where Barahir saves Finrod.
Could be.
Oh, that's super. Oh, that's really nice. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah.
Is that Finrod the one to bestow the ring of power on what would be the ancestors of the Numenorians? That would be kind of an important setup if that ring is going to have any significance in the storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, so that's probably. I think I know what this would be. This would be again the Battle of Sunflame, and like, what's his face is like pushed back, cornered. Barahir comes to his aid, and he gives him the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, can I just add to the sword, the horse sword and everything? It doesn't specifically say what's on the blade itself. It just says what the hilt is, but not what's on the blade itself. And I think that the thing on the blade is a seahorse.
It could be a seahorse, yes. Well, I'm not sure, but yeah, it could be. I also think it's like it could be either a seahorse or an abstraction of the shape of a horse.
Possibly, but with the belt that we know resembles the Numenorian belts, and with the tail of the seahorse thingy. Anyway, not important.
Can I just say something? The results of the poll so far: 508 votes, and we have 45 saying that they need to see more. Love it, 32%. Not a fan, 17%. And hype, 6%. So
yeah,
mostly like positively neutral kind of.
Is anybody speaking right now? I'm just checking.
Strider is speaking, but
yeah,
we're just talking about.
I'm done. Yeah,
he's done now.
All right. Okay. So everyone in live chat, how has this made it better for you? Are you more excited than you were previously? Because I think a fair reflection of all of us on this panel here was that after Vanity Fair released those pictures, we weren't down, but it was a bit underwhelming. And I think what's happened here, it has, for me personally, I can't speak on the behalf of everyone else, and they will give their opinions, but I think this has raised morale a little bit around this game. People excited again.
Yeah.
And as I said before this stream came out, as many wide shots as possible would be a good thing. And I'm really happy that they gave us that Numenor one. And
people are saying more excited, less worried, more excited. There's
Good. Yeah. And I think Duke, Carl, which scenes haven't we spoken a lot about recently in the last hour? Let's pull them up and talk about them.
We haven't talked about this scene at all.
Yeah.
See, I can't see it, so whoever can see it, take it ahead.
I look so much like that Elizabeth movie with Kate Blanchett. It's amazing. I'm kind of looking at their horses a little bit.
It sounds like people are more optimistic after seeing this than compared to after seeing the Vanity Fair article. That's what I'm getting. Which I mean, I feel the same way, for sure.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I mean, that's also what the poll says. Like, they want to see more, but there's more like positively neutral, like neutral to positive leaning.
Yeah.
Okay. Of course, Viking is on the other stream now, but what's it called? I think should we talk about the dwarves for a bit? Those dwarven scenes.
We talked.
Talked about them.
Oh, we did.
I think. Okay, so I think we have gone. Do you think it's safe to say that we've gone Arctic frame by frame?
Yeah.
I want to kind of look at it frame by frame.
If so, then I think we're going to final thoughts now. So Carl will go with you, and we'll go down. The final thoughts on today's trailer.
Yeah, I mean, a lot to process, but overall quite beautiful. I really like what they've done here. It gives a much wider glimpse into what's going on, and I think one of the big worries that I had and that a lot of people had was that the show didn't feel Middle Earth, based on what we had seen so far, and I think this kind of quells those fears, for me at least.
Interesting. And Hen?
I like the majority of this trailer just fine. There are a few bits that I think are too fantastical, but otherwise it looks good. It was worth waking up early for.
I'm guessing you preferred that more gritty Machiavellian feel, you know. Do you feel like they've gone for the more, family, not high fantasy, but, more fantastical,
Yeah.
out of this world feeling?
Design, yeah.
It's not. It's like not Game of Thrones. It's very not
this
Game
is
of
not
Thrones.
Yeah. Except for the wall climbing scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking Tube?
Overall, I thought it was really good. Like I said earlier, there were a couple of things I didn't like, but it's much better than I thought it'd be. So overall, I think it was really, really well done.
And I think for people saying it doesn't feel Middle-earth like right now, of course that's still hard to do within, 60 seconds or 50 seconds because of the credits and, not credits, but the title reveal.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that in that it didn't look, not only did it not look like Middle Earth, but it just didn't say much about the story, which personally I disagree with. I think it told us a lot about the story, at least if you're paying attention to the leaks and stuff, because most of it and stuff
I think maybe with the story, but I think it just reaffirms what was said in the Vanity Fair article, because all the three major plot points were Arameo or Rob Elrond and Dwarven sets that was mentioned there. We have Ed citing Enigma, that was mentioned in the Vanity Fair article. That's in the trailer. We have Helcaraxe wasn't really, but yeah, we have the meeting. So we got Galadriel and Halbrand meeting. So all stuff it looks like from the Vanity Fair article had just been confirmed, not confirmed, but shown live action in this trailer. Yeah. And just for my thoughts, I think in the end that Numenor establishing shot seemed really good, and I think
which is Romana, isn't it?
And wait, Penguin, if you wanted just to give your thoughts.
Can I give my thoughts too?
Yeah, sure. We go again. Penguin, if you want to. Quickly.
I just wanted to say that I'm actually on the opposing side from Hen. I love how fantastical this looks. It took me by surprise. I thought they were gonna go the more greedy, potentially a bit more grimdark way with this show. So I'm really happy to see it being as fantastical as possible. So thumbs up from me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry for cutting in. I just wanted to say this piece.
That's fine.
No worries. You've been here the entire time, and you're also very tired. So all the more reason for you to go before me. I had just watched the trailer for the first time about 2 minutes ago, and it was hard for me to watch it without thinking, "Oh, there's that giant ice wall. We saw that set 2 years ago. Remember that?"
Oh.
And but as far as I'm concerned, it kind of feels like, it's a bit of a puff piece. It shows us a bunch of shots with no context and basically just trying to get us excited. I mean, does it seem, close enough to the Middle Earth we've already seen? Yeah, I guess so. And kind of like Hen, I guess I'm kind of hoping for something a little bit more Machiavellian and different. And I didn't get that vibe from it. Could you take most of those shots and fit those into the 6+ movies that we've already seen and not really miss anything? Yeah. So to many people, that may be a good thing. For me, it's not quite what I'm looking for. But all in all, solid trailer.
Yeah, but it's so preliminary, because it's from the first 2 episodes, and of course it's going to sell more the adventure thing.
Yeah.
Then people, it's just to ease people into it. So I don't think, we shouldn't take trailers in general as indications of content very much. You know,
I think especially
you're preaching to a marketer. You know that, right?
I think especially like an initial preliminary trailer, right? Like this is the very first thing we've seen, so it serves a specific purpose.
Absolutely, Kyle. Yeah. The purpose of this trailer was to introduce to the general audience that your Middle Earth is coming back to you. So get ready, get excited. So it behooves Amazon, even if they are going to go in a different direction, to present it in a very familiar, arouse that sentiment, that nostalgia, to get them interested. Then, as you continue to draw them in, that's when you can introduce them to the very different elements of the Second Age, assuming Amazon's going to go that way.
Yeah.
And I'm sure over the next few days we'll be having so many debates over this. But Matt, your opinions?
Yeah, overall, I will say that I really like the fantastical sort of feel to it. Kind of gives you that sense of wonder at just all the mystery and things that we haven't seen before. I think it's appropriate for the Second Age, just given that the Third Age was moving much more towards like the period when the elves were leaving and it was going towards the Age of Men and everything, and so magic was kind of more I mean, even as it's said in the books, in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings many times, when Gandalf's talking about days when magic was more present in the world, and just seeing some of this. I mean, that's just kind of my personal taste too. I like the kind of feeling of a fantasy world being so large, like fantastical, perhaps even a bit strange and fearsome at times. I think we got kind of a good feel of all those things in this trailer. And, I mean, of course, a lot more hints to go off of, a lot more confirmations from things that we have rumored or speculated before. So I'm really pretty optimistic after having a look at this.
Yeah, well said. I agree. We didn't see any Ents. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah.
If you wanted to go fantastical, you would think they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, counterpoint, we may have seen Ints. We did see lots of things on fire.
True.
So, Ints, what is a chopped up Int? Firewood.
Very good point. Very good point.
Yeah. Awfully morbid. Sorry about that.
And Penguin, it's really nice that you've joined us at the end. But as I said before, you live in America, but us Europeans, we're probably half asleep at this point.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
So please forgive us for anything we've said during the last couple of hours that might have been.
Yeah, I hope the guide I put together to American football was of use to you as you're watching this. Like, what is this?
So who's won the Super Bowl? I'm just seeing some one celebrating right now.
I actually left at halftime because I've got small children, so had to go home, get them to bed, and that's when I checked and said, "Oh, the trailer's out. Okay, I should finish up what I'm doing and watch that and see if you guys are still on."
Yeah,
So
and
I don't know who's won. Even if it's still playing.
LA Rams, I think, have won.
What's a Super Bowl?
And
It's a giant dish that we use at mealtime.
Ooh, I could go for some of that.
So, after this, yeah, actually, no, I need to go to sleep. How can you call it football? I agree, Oliver. Yeah, someone, Mr. Duck said, yeah, I am half asleep nearly. But I think Strider, we haven't heard from you yet. Have your overall thoughts?
Yeah, so for me, first of all, I'm happy we saw Numenor. We saw some established shots. We didn't hear too grand of a music, so we didn't have, that amazing landscapes plus music scenes. But I do like certain things quite a lot. Some I don't like that much. For example, CGI, especially that troll I really don't like it. It feels like The Hobbit,
Hmm.
which I like. I don't like the fantasy creatures in The Hobbit that much.
Mm.
Like the orcs and all that. The Goblin King, it gave me those vibes, and that's not cool. But of course, this is a trailer, so they may be able to iron that out. I like the scene with Finrod. Galadriel scenes also look interesting. I'm not a particular fan of of climbing. She looks like she looks like she's wearing like a chain shirt, but it feels like a shirt. So I'm not sure what to think of her clothes on that particular scene. Overall, it looks a bit too. At times, it feels a bit too close to the visuals of The Hobbit, which I'm not a fan of.
I agree.
But
Yeah,
some shots
I agree.
were amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, we have our Comet guy confirmed. I was hoping to the last possible second that we're not going to see that it's not going to happen, but it has happened, and it could be anyone. Honestly, if they're doing this, it could be absolutely anyone. The theory that it may be Gandalf, I don't know, Gandalf, Sauron, one of those two guys. If it's somebody else, I have no idea who that's going to be. Overall, I'm a bit more I am more interested to see more of this. I'm a bit more excited. I'm still very, very, very carefully optimistic because I just don't want to get hurt. But yeah, I think like this is it is a solid trailer, like a solid teaser trailer. Hopefully, we're gonna get much more very soon.
Well said.
Thank you.
And I've just seen. I know this is live, and this is the problem of lives, but I've just seen the Lord of the Rings on Prime retweet account, but I'm not going to say the name of the account. They've said, "Did you watch hashtag Lord of the Rings trailer? We want to see your reactions. Tweet your videos to Lord of the Rings fans. What did the true fans think?" I think this is probably the potential problem that comes out of this, labeling who are true fans and who aren't. And I think that is a bit strange. I'm not sure why Amazon would be tweeting stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to. Seems like nothing. But anyways,
We'll see
for
where
our
that
stream
goes.
today, absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Absolutely incredible
Yep.
what we've been able to do today. It's been okay. I think 4 hours, 4.5 hours.
3.5
And-
hours. Yeah.
3.5 hours, and yeah, at one point when the trailer was about to drop, it was, I think we had over 1,000 people. We still have like 164 and 60 something, even something like that. So it's absolutely incredible for everyone's support today. I think everyone on the panel can also relay that, huh? I think we have to wrap up now because it's been ages.
Yeah.
But
I
I
just-
hope we'll probably have a panel up tomorrow or something, or the day after, a video of Matt probably narrating a breakdown of this video. But I think it has been really, I think it has left the fandom place in a much more positive place, it seems like, after the Vanity Fair thing, and we really appreciate that. I think that's just about it, unless anybody has any final thoughts.
Well, I think that this was
Right then,
an interesting
we'll
way.
pause you probably to half past.
Okay.
He can't hear you.
Talking now.
I was hoping you could hear me. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that how Amazon handled so far the marketing campaign was very interesting, and I mean I think they did a good job of keeping us on the edge of our seats until this very day finally came. So kudos for that, and just the fact that they are still holding everything so close to their chest, all the cards. it still leaves so much that we do not know. And we just really cannot judge anything for sure with what we got for now, until now. So I think kudos for them for how they're handling this so far, because it's positively annoying. Like, you just want to know more, but you cannot know more because they cannot give you more. So yeah, I'm just well done so far with the marketing, definitely.
You just have to remember, the marketing isn't meant for us, the people that have read the books or read the posthumously published books, and as well as all the collections of incomplete works that can stitch together narratives. I mean, this is all geared towards getting those people who watched the movies, loved them, then got on with their lives on board with this new production.
Yeah.
So it's gonna try to, like I said before, get that feeling, nostalgia, try to pull up those powerful emotions generated by those movies. The first three, not so much the latter three, and go from there. And they can still hold all those cards to the chest, because this is a brand new setting, and they have apparently a hell of a lot of freedom to do whatever they want. They got Meteor Man. I mean, come on. Out of all the things you would have thought someone was going to do, they did Meteor Man.
Mm-hmm.
Could work great. Who knows?
Penguin, does that mean I can get to sleep now? Please?
Yeah, sure. Don't let me keep you.
Oh, pretty please.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, guys.
You should just turn over the stream to him and let him talk for another hour.
I bet I could.
Alright then. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. For all of us appreciate it. And make sure not to forget to like, subscribe. Until the next video stream, friends. Goodbye.
See ya.
Thank you, everyone. You were wonderful
Enjoy.
audience tonight. Well done.
Until next time.
Enjoy the trailer. Bye.
Indeed.